beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get with this.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on you, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
It's true. Sometimes I cry.
Lick my butthole, you laugh.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 698.
Fuck it.
Today we are joined
Going
by
live.
Kaceytron and Hellbent. Welcome back to both of you.
Howdy.
Yeah.
How are we living in the post-apocalypse? Everybody's surviving?
I mean, I got all my stuff ready. You guys stock up on gasoline, cigarettes, water filters,
Nope.
any of that?
Not
Oh, I guess you don't
gasoline
wanna
or
be living too long.
cigarettes.
You didn't
I
think
went
about that? Like,
I went out.
you know,
I
what
went
if
out
the
and bought
gas
toilet
stations
paper.
run out of gas? What are you going to do?
So we live here at Ground Zero, and you can't find toilet paper. I couldn't find bottled water.
Really?
Yeah.
I bought it last night. Super easy.
I don't understand why people are taking toilet paper and water, though.
You know, I understand water more than toilet paper, but
I guess
still.
because they're going to be in their houses.
Yes, and not leave. They're self-quarantining.
I know why.
We'll just have to start saving on toilet paper, and after we shit, take a shower really fast, you know?
I call that doing a Jeff
just jump
Holiday.
in the shower.
we
You
should
know,
go
I think we
TP
need
people's
to band
houses.
together as a nation.
You just buy a bidet, right? Like, you're going to spend $9,000 on toilet paper. Why not just get a bidet and do it French style?
You can get a
True.
really good Japanese bidet off Amazon for a couple $100. Like the heated seats, and it lights up, and it does like a Technicolor laser show up your butt crack when it
Invest
sprays.
now.
Yeah. Use our
Yeah, we can shit
Amazon
in
link
style
below.
during
Get
the
yourself a
apocalypse.
nice top quality dumper. You can do it.
Yeah. We actually have a new sponsor that we're going to talk about for the first time ever on our show right now. And there's a link in the description for it.
Yeah.
And it really helps out the show if you join. If you
You
click the
join.
link and join this thing. What is it?
It's slug.com. It's the free speech community. We actually know the people who are starting it up. They reached out to us directly. They plan to bring people together who want to improve society by solving problems with honest and civil debate. They say the current political system has become progressively more identity-based and tribal, which is destroying the ability to build consensus and effectively address important issues of modern life. So Slug is a virtual crowdsourced think tank where people of differing views can humanize each other while using commonly approved problem-solving methods, including the Socratic method and independent data gathering.
And I want to mention right now, it's not quite as balanced. There's a lot more right of center people there.
Yeah.
Like, so we're the ones bringing the balance to it right now.
We're going to bring all the SJW cucks to the forefront.
No, not
Oh.
that far left.
Oh.
Fucking idiot.
No, but it's obviously this is not for them, right? Like if your argument is cuck versus Nazi, that's not going to fly here. It's like if you're really going to come in and have to talk with people as humans, as people. You know,
Right.
that's the catch here. It says right here they use the independent data gathering and the Socratic method to resolve the issues without descending into uncivil discussion. That's the plan of this, and this is a big
Civil.
thing. This is a big thing. This site is 100% free, has no advertising. And unlike other large social media sites, your information is never sold because Slug is run by a nonprofit.
Yes.
It's a nonprofit-based community to actually have discussions. Bring your opinions and your evidence, your good heart and open mind, and slug it out at slug.com, the free speech community. Slug it out.
Slug it out. I like that.
So we're definitely embarking on this new journey where I'm going to have to use facts for once.
Yeah.
'Cause I usually just talk shit.
Yeah. You normally just make shit up.
Yeah.
There's a link in the description to join. Please join. We're going to try to start using it. You can interact with us on there. It's kind of like Reddit-like, but like you said, it's not owned by a private company. Like Reddit has ads all over it.
Yeah. It's a nonprofit place to talk. I mean, maybe I'll go in there and use my methods and see how they survive.
Try it.
And then we'll come back and look at it maybe next episode or the episode after, see how effective my methods are.
We already have 6 members, not counting myself, there.
Yeah.
So
before long, we'll have a small gang of open-minded people. It'll probably just turn out to be me and Speck arguing over my gender for some reason. I don't know.
Your gender?
Yeah. I know that's what it's going to evolve into, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, so guys, check it out. It helps support the show. So if you guys at least go there and check it out, create an account, all that stuff, that would be great. And yeah, thank you. So yeah, well, wow. I actually had a friend of mine call me yesterday to make sure I'm not dying of coronavirus. And he's a sweet boy. Everyone knows Mr. Anthony Fantano.
Came in to check on you.
Yeah, he gave me a random phone call. I'm like, why is Anthony Fantano calling me right now?
Because when Anthony Fantano thinks of diseased human beings, he thinks of you. Oh. That's a sweet boy thing.
He is a sweet boy.
He's a very
sweet boy.
He's a very sweet boy. What a sweet melon. He didn't call me. You know why?
He doesn't care if you die.
He knows I have it. He knows.
Well, if you have it, then I have it. It's airborne.
So, deal with it. You were the one that was sick when I came back from New York.
I wasn't sick with coronavirus.
You had something, though.
Yeah, I had like a stomach flu.
You had like a mouth stew going on. You were like
I had a
coughing
stomach
and
flu.
puking and farting and pissing.
No, I wasn't.
I don't know. It was something. I didn't check your holes. I wasn't up in your
You don't have to. I told you what I was having.
It's true. Hellbent, are you sick? Are you dying? Hey, Brian
I've been doing
boy.
a bit of it, but I ain't afraid.
Coronavirus for president. Make America dead again.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, and a reminder to everybody, after our regular show is over, we're going to go over to twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants for a post show. Once again, we're giving you all a freebie for the post show.
Post show.
Yeah, so.
Make America dead again.
Yeah.
Do you think that, like, how many people are going to die from coronavirus?
We don't know.
Millions, they're saying.
Yeah, they are saying that, like, worldwide. And there's like less than like 300 people that are officially diagnosed with it in Ohio, but the governor of Ohio says they think they have well over 100,000 people infected.
That might have it?
Yes.
Man,
because
I'm going to be so fucking pissed if coronavirus kills me. Like, imagine dying of coronavirus. I mean, you laugh, but it could happen.
Yeah.
Like,
Tom
you
Hanks
laugh now, Ben, but whenever you possibly could be dying of coronavirus, you know?
I'll cry.
It's just like, you never think it's going to happen to you. You never think it's going to happen to you. And then all of a sudden you have coronavirus. Like, I feel like everybody who has coronavirus now, probably, they were like, oh, it won't happen to me. And I mean, you guys are right there. You're playing with fire.
We are.
I flew from here to New York City, which is like the densest population in a state of emergency in New York City. I flew from Seattle to New York City and back this weekend. And on my way there, the guy behind me was like this Asian man wearing shorts, looking like it was not short weather.
That shouldn't matter, though.
What, that he was wearing shorts?
No, that he was Asian.
Well, I mean, I just figured I'd add that in for a little racial effect. No, it's because this is why it matters. Because so many people, like I was at Chipotle today, and I saw this guy meet this Asian woman, and he went to shake her hand, and as he went to shake her hand, he was like, oh, wait, no, and did the elbow thing, and I'm like, would he not do that if she wasn't Asian? I'm seeing all these people looking around it. I feel bad for Asian people right now. This guy was coughing, and he was wearing shorts, you know? So everybody had to have been like wondering if he had it. But like, if it was a white guy wearing shorts and coughing, it would have been the same thing. But I'm just like, I see the way people are hurt. Like, have you seen this meme, the Disney princesses? And it's like all the Disney princesses, they're all wearing masks except Mulan. and someone said in the meme, they're like, you can't sit with us, Mulan. That's fucked up.
Right.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
There's so much racism going on around right now about a damn cough.
I've seen it.
And then there's another meme. It says that there was it says that coronavirus does not target kids or black people. Have you seen that meme? And then
I don't read and believe bullshit memes.
Well, that's what the meme says. And then the meme says coronavirus can get a plate at the barbecue. And it's like wait, is that true? It doesn't affect black people, or are there like white supremacists? Are there white supremacists that are trying to give black people like
Are you gonna stop talking for like 2
No,
seconds?
I'm freaking out about coronavirus, man, and the racial connotations around
Me
it.
too. Thank you.
Somebody needs to talk about this.
I don't. Those are dumb memes, and most people don't believe them.
Most people are dumb.
No, did you see? Apparently, there was a meme going around that if you drink alcohol, like it can help cure coronavirus from your system. And I heard that like 45 people died in Iran.
That's
from doing
absolutely
that.
true. Start a rumor about alcohol being a cure for a disease. That'd be self-serving.
Yeah.
But seriously, though, like if people in Iran were I mean, it's illegal to drink in Iran anyway, so they must have been drinking like bootleg alcohol there.
Memes?
No, what they were doing, there was people licking doorknobs saying that God was going to save them. It was funny as shit.
That is
like,
funny.
I'm not afraid of the virus. I'm going to lick this doorknob. God's going to protect me.
That's actually
What
really
about
funny.
that basketball player?
Yeah, there was a basketball player. He's at the press conference. He leaves. He starts touching everything
As
on his
a
way
joke,
out.
as a joke.
He's touching everything on the table on the way out, and he gets coronavirus. And now the NBA's shut down.
You know what? It's kind of like that fat IRL streamer that went to New York and jumped into bags of trash trying to be cute. Really?
Yeah, I almost licked a homeless dude's fingers too.
Uh-huh. So that's fucking stupid too.
Well, he made a joke about me licking other people's fingers. I was like, can I lick your fingers? And he wouldn't let me.
I understand what happened. I'm saying it's stupid.
Well, it's all stupid, right? It'd be stupid to die from coronavirus when I guess all you have to do is...
Are you gonna just bunker down in that basement? 3-week-long stream.
He's not staying down here with me.
However long it lasts.
I can't stay with you. Should I start streaming from home, Ben, to keep you safe?
I'm saying, like, you can't... not if you... I mean... If you have it.
Because I've heard from people that it's irresponsible for me to be driving in here to like meet
you guys should do a bunker stream since you're out there.
Yeah.
Do a bunker stream.
Honestly, yeah, look at this guy.
All right, look.
He's like,
he's touching everything.
And then he gets it.
And he already has it here.
Does he have it?
Well, he tested positive for it like
48 hours later.
Right. He very likely had it here.
So my guy just spread it to everybody else talking?
Kind of. I mean, it's not even transmitted just through touch. It's airborne.
Yeah.
If I have it right now in my throat, me breathing into the air and you breathing some of the same air gives it to you likely.
Damn.
It's that contagious.
So, you think he crop dusted everybody on the way out, just ripped a few ones out?
I wonder if it is transmitted by fart. Like fecal particles.
It is, yeah, it is. Fecal particles. You need to watch the public restrooms.
You got the fart fetishist on suicide watch right now.
Should I be like in the same room as you? Are you afraid? Because people brought that up earlier. They're like, isn't Ben afraid to be in the same room as you?
I'm not really afraid. No.
Okay. Because I'm like, I don't know. He didn't tell me not to show up. Like, because they're like, you do a Skype thing. You could telecommute. And I was like, yeah, but it's fun to be in the room with my buddy pal Ben hanging out. And they're like, well, that's socially irresponsible. I'm like, what do you mean socially irresponsible?
Why do you give a shit what randos are telling you?
Because I'm a little worried about this. Like, is it something we should worry about?
Okay.
Do you guys ever think about how it's going to change weed smoking?
Oh, puff, puff, pass, puff, puff, kiss my ass.
Right? It's like we're not going to be passing around joints anymore.
You shouldn't be.
I normally smoke alone anyway because he doesn't smoke.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I saw a bunch of sickos in a fucking pipe circle, like crying about coronavirus as they were sharing a pipe. And I was like, honestly, guys, you're the ones that should die first.
You know, I actually traveled as well. Billy didn't just travel, I did also, but I traveled up to Vancouver, Canada, and I went to 2 big events where I probably should have gotten sick, but I don't. I feel fine. I went to a hockey game, a live hockey game. There was probably like 18,000 people there. And then also I went to a furry convention.
Oh, God, you got it at the fur convention.
I went to a furry convention.
You got coronavirus at the furry convention. All those
I've
gestated
been
moist suits.
quarantining for the past 2 weeks. Honestly, like I've been like, oh, I'm not going anywhere.
I've been the exact opposite. I've been doing kissing booths. It's so bad.
Yeah,
I don't know. I hear
playing with
like
fire.
I hear
I was
bioweapon
invited-
unleashed in China, and I immediately just went out and bought a bunch of stuff to prep up. I'm like, nah, I ain't playing with this one. This is gonna go bad.
Yeah, I was reading. I got stocked up. I actually have masks even. I have N95 masks, so if you want one, I'll sell you one for like $100.
Baller. They're like gone, right?
I'll wait till the liquor dries up and trade you.
Okay.
By the way, to clear it up, I went to a furry convention because I was invited. I am not a furry, but it was actually really fun. I was invited.
You were invited by a furry.
A famous furry.
Sexual.
Adam from Your Movie Sucks. If you're familiar with, it's a movie review channel on YouTube. He's about a month away from his million subs, by the way.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And he invited me to go, and it was pretty cool. I mean,
did Scott, who was on last week, did he go?
He didn't go to the convention, but I hung out with him. He was, when the convention was going on, he was down here in Seattle wrestling.
Okay, yeah.
So he's come down there. You know what? Crossing the border.
Yeah.
On the way up to Canada, they at least asked me if I had felt sick lately. But on the way back, nothing.
Yeah. They're like,
coming
goodbye.
back into the U.S., I was not asked any questions about how I feel.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
Well, it's because nobody in America cares how you feel. It's like, suck it up. Go to fucking
That's
work.
why it's spreading here. It's spreading pretty widely for being such an advanced country and such a wealthy country.
We're not that wealthy.
And that's because, dude,
we act like it.
No, we are.
Then why don't we take care of our people like these less wealthy countries?
That doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. That doesn't mean we're not wealthy. It just means we don't use it right.
We act like it.
No, we are. We are one of the most wealthy countries. We just don't use it for the right things. We use it on the military and other dumb bullshit. And we give tax breaks to the people that don't need them the most. That's why.
I'm glad they're going to bail out all the businesses after all this.
Oh, yeah. Thank God. That's not socialism, though. It's different.
No,
I'm real sad that this virus targets old people like Senate and Congress because we love all those people. And I'm real afraid for Senate and Congress, and my heart goes out to them.
That's what I'm saying. At least with coronavirus, like unlike climate change, at least it does just affect old people this time. So it's like they're the ones fucking themselves over with their normal boomer shit that they think.
But they're the ones that get Medicare.
But so this is the problem.
Yeah, it's going to save you.
This is the reason why we're so advanced and wealthy as a country, but people are still getting it because we have this shitty healthcare system, and you can't just go to the doctor and get tested when you think you have it. There's this bureaucracy between you and the insurance company and the government, and there not being enough tests to go around for everyone who thinks they need to be tested.
You can get tested if you're in the NBA, though. They'll test all of them, in peak physical
They're all millionaires.
condition. Right.
The Texas Billy.
And, Tom Hanks.
Oh, yeah, Tom Hanks and his wife.
Another millionaire.
They got it on the set of the Elvis Presley movie they're filming.
I can't believe it.
Tex said that by virtue of being an American, I'm already richer than 10% of the rest of the world's population.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the term in Ohio 10? Okay. Someone who's a 10 in Ohio goes to New York City and they're like a 7.
What about Katie Holmes?
She's like a 9 in New York City. She's not even a 10. But she's definitely an Ohio 10.
I'm not okay. Katie Holmes, 1999.
She was never that hot. She was like girl next door with some
Adrian
massive
Palicki?
knockers. Yeah, she's really hot. Yeah, I'm not. But that's the thing.
They're both from Ohio.
You're going with like these rare Ohio mega strands.
What about the one girl that was like Jake Paul's girlfriend?
Alyssa Violet?
The blonde one.
I don't know all their names.
Okay.
Tana.
No, not her.
Tana Mongeau.
One of the ones that they brought from Ohio.
Yeah, but the idea is that you could be a 10 in Ohio, but you go to a bigger city, you're only a 7. So even if I'm a worldwide 10, here in America, I'm like a fucking 5 as far as rich goes, as far as money goes. I'm not. You can't say you're richer than the rest of the world because I'm not in the rest of the world. I'm here in the fucking. The wasteland.
That has nothing to do with what they're saying, though. They're refuting your point that you were saying we're not one of the richest countries when we are by far
of
one of the richest.
But we aren't. The people aren't taken care of the way they should be.
Right. That's the point I was making. That's why I was saying it's sad that we're one of the richest countries, but our healthcare system's so fucked up that no one, because it's all for profit.
We're one of the most fiscally abused countries. Well, they abuse the fact that they have so much wealth. Well, I just
do want to say that if our healthcare system wasn't for profit, that would be literal communism.
Oh, yeah.
It's better that we just let the free market take control and it will regulate itself.
Yeah, it's going to regulate the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coronavirus is capitalism.
Well,
incarnate.
Trump and Pence did say that all tests will be free, so that's why there's so many right now. I think that's why so many people are being tested, is because all the tests are free. Hey, all the tests are free, but we're not testing anyone.
Right.
If you want my opinion, it was already here. People were like, "Oh, it sprung up in this state. Oh, it sprung up in that state. Oh, it's in my city. My school got closed down. No, it was already here." It's
Who trusts a free test anyway? I like a test you got to pay for.
Even if it's a dollar store pregnancy test.
Right.
True.
Which you can get at the dollar store, by the way. And if you have to buy your pregnancy test at the dollar store, you probably shouldn't be getting pregnant anyways. So hope for a negative.
All right.
Regulate $4,000 for a bottle of insulin or die. Yeah, no, it's pretty bad out here. It's not good. A fucking bag of saline drip, basically salt water, is $750 for a bag of fucking salt water.
We're going to get into the actual news segment. Before we do that, everyone, if you're watching right now, please like the stream. Hit the like button. Do me a favor. It's free. It's easy. You can do that. And also join our fan community that we just started through slug.com. Link in the description. Here we go with this.
He called me so, it got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
I wish it was, instead of slugged, it was socked.com.
That's my website.
Socking me.
Not for free speech, though. It's for sweet speech.
Sweet speech.
My fellow Americans.
Oh,
tonight I want to speak with you about our nation's unprecedented response to the coronavirus.
Oh, can I just say how lit it is? The president has his entire Pog collection set up behind him next to that fucking, next to his action figure.
Wow.
Most presidents throughout history, for the length of my life anyway, address the nation like this. This is the first time I remember Trump doing this. Usually it's in front of a helicopter that's like on, and he's like yelling over the helicopter.
This is rare form for Donald Trump. I like it. But he also would do the speech in the room. That's when they had the Acosta chop happen. Remember the Acosta chop?
Acosta chop!
That was also rare, but that was something a president would usually do all the time.
Right.
Trump flipped the script.
Well, I mean, also a week ago he was calling it a hoax, and now it's like the most serious.
Now he's saying that we have the most unprecedented best response to it as well, right? Like, we've responded the best to it. That's what he just said.
It's unprecedented.
It's unprecedented, the response America has had to coronavirus has been insane and better than any other country in the world by far.
I shut down the NBA. Really proud of that.
Virus outbreak that started in China. And
you might say I freed the slaves.
Ooh, you know what? That's not cool. They're doing a conference right now, I guess, about WrestleMania. Because WrestleMania is going to be in Tampa this next month.
Trump is basically Abraham Lincoln, because these young men were in the midst of indentured servitude to the NBA, and he freed them.
These poor millionaires.
By allowing it was all planned. It's 4D chess. The coronavirus spreading.
They're having a meeting right now in Tampa to possibly close down WrestleMania. They're going to talk about that. That'll be big.
The NCAA tournament, they're not going to have an audience, right?
I'm
so it's
honestly
just going to be.
all
they've canceled it all now. They just canceled it.
Closing it all down. I'm like, shut it all down.
Yeah, they canceled E3. They canceled Emerald City Comic Con. And actually, the NCAA tournament was fully canceled too just now. All of the schools here in our state are closed.
I think 6 weeks is what my niece and nephew are going to be out of school for.
Yeah, I'd be so fucking happy.
Right.
Except you can't go outside.
They're not making them do online school.
Most
though.
kids
don't want to go outside anyway.
They want to watch TV and like play on their computer and play video games and shit like that.
Oh my gosh, God mode.
Yeah.
From what some of my friends have told me, some schools are doing the online stuff and other schools just aren't prepared for any of it whatsoever. So
Did
they're
you hear
just
about
like,
China?
good luck.
The schools in China?
I've never heard of China before.
Okay, but so we're not going to talk about this, are we? There was this article I saw last night. There were the schools in China. Since they closed down the schools, they made the kids download apps to have their homework sent to them through the apps. And all the kids went and rated the app in the store 1 star to have the app removed from the app store. And the comments were like, "We're already dying. We don't need the added homework." Like it is great.
That is
They
God
should
tier.
pass just for that. That's just good math.
Yeah, that was savage. I was like, good job, China. Here in America, we just download the app and eat our fucking mush the way we were told to.
It is now spreading throughout the world. Today, the World Health Organization
spreading for months.
officially announced that this is a global pandemic. We have been in frequent contact with our allies, and we are marshaling the full power of the federal government and the private sector to protect the American people.
Marshalling the full power. He's getting ready. He wants to drop that word so bad.
Well,
martial law. Aren't the
martial law-
conservatives quaking right now?
Martial
Trump is
law
talking
would
about
remove
martial
his-
law.
Well, martial law would remove his power too. It would go to the military.
We're marshaling all our power.
The top generals of the military would be running the country, not him anymore.
I'm just saying, I thought a Democrat was going to be the one to start martial law.
You never know.
Interesting word for him to say.
Well, here's the interesting thing. Trump was a Democrat at one time. Yeah.
This is
Tangerine
the
Palpatine.
most aggressive and comprehensive effort to confront a foreign virus in modern history. I am confident that by counting and continuing.
Whoa! Did you hear that?
Man, I thought I sounded like I have a fucked up voice, but he sounds like he's dying.
Sick.
He's got
like honestly.
They
Look
verified.
at how fucking dark his spray tan is right now. He is covering something up. I'm just saying, look how fucking orange he is. Tell me that he's not trying to cover up the paleness.
They verified that he was with someone that has it.
That one of the congressmen was shaking his hand, right? The guy that had it?
Yeah.
There's a picture of him shaking Trump's hand.
Someone told me that he's refused to see a doctor too. Like they've been trying to get him to see a doctor. He's like, no.
Well, he's at the age where you could die from coronavirus.
Like if you were an average human being, not the fucking tangerine
if Trump
Palpatine.
does have coronavirus, we're not going to know until he's basically dead, right? We're not going to know. I suspect it, though.
He loves to be in the public eye and stuff, so if he got really sick and you just stopped seeing him, that would raise some eyebrows.
To take these tough measures, we will significantly reduce the threat to our citizens, and we will ultimately and expeditiously defeat this virus. From the beginning of time, nations and people have faced unforeseen challenges, including large-scale and very dangerous health threats. This is the way it always was and always will be. It only matters how you respond, and we are responding with great speed and professionalism.
No!
Our team is the best anywhere in the world. At the very start of the outbreak, we instituted sweeping travel restrictions on China and put in place the...
that one, Joe. He's like, finally. Finally.
You let people in the fucking country that had it. You should have sent them to Hawaii or something. Landlocked the motherfuckers.
Any excuse he has to limit
I will say
foreigners.
he didn't wait on that one.
Right.
First federally mandated quarantine in over 50 years. We declared a public health emergency and issued the highest level of travel warning on other countries as the virus spread its horrible infection. And taking early, intense action, we have seen dramatically fewer cases of the virus in the United States than are now present in Europe. The European Union failed to take the same precautions and restrict travel from China and other hotspots. As a result, a large number of new clusters in the United States were seeded by travelers from Europe.
And he was calling it a hoax while this was happening.
A big Democratic hoax.
But
Democratic
the
hoax.
only thing he changes is stopping foreigners from coming into the country. That's his first thing. That's his go-to.
I love this thing is just him trying to like shift blame and basically lying.
Yeah.
I like how they're saying they're ahead of the curve, but they're like 2 months late.
Right? Like all of the scientists and shit are like, yeah, we're so far behind. America's going to be hit hard. Everybody knows that America's not actually testing people. It's like just lies.
You know what? I just saw a comment from one of our mods, Ryan, in the chat, and he says in South Korea they have drive-through testing, and that's such a great idea because you're isolated in your own car. You're not in a waiting room with a bunch of other people that either have it or don't have it, and you're not spreading it there, and it's quick and easy. Why don't we have that? I'd go do it just to be safe if I thought I had it.
I was out playing Pokemon Go last night, and one of the guys I was playing with, his father's been in the hospital. And when he goes to the hospital, he has to
and Singapore are the ones who responded the best, but Trump thinks that closing the Mexican border will help.
Right.
Well, we're going to have to close down the border.
Memory Holiday has a family member that lives here in the Seattle area that has it.
Really?
Yes.
The Corones?
Yeah.
That's in the area that I was in last night playing Pokemon Go. I think, unless they're further up north. But here's the guy. He's been going to the hospital for his dad every day, and they have to screen him for any symptoms. He goes to the hospital. They screen him for symptoms. If he does have symptoms, they send him to an off-site. And if he does have coronavirus, he can't even go to the hospital. They don't take you at the hospital. They send you to a whole different place, right? So the hospitals are keeping people out with coronavirus. They don't. You have to go to like a hotel. I think there's a hotel in Kent right now for people who have it. They've fashioned into a hospital. So,
but how are you going to keep them out? They call 911 and say, "Hey, I want an ambulance." They're going to get a $2,000 Uber ride to the hospital and right into the ER with their corona and everything they got. You can't keep it out of the hospital.
They're not going to get in on the ambulance. If they have
they're
going
to get in on the ambulance. And if they don't get in on the ambulance, they'll drive themselves there. They'll go in through the front door.
They won't let you in.
Can someone confirm this? I've heard that if you have insurance, the average coronavirus test could be $100 to $500. And if you don't have insurance, it could be $1,500 to $2,000.
That's disgusting. I hope that's not true.
Well, I've heard that Trump said it was going to be free. What are we talking about? So it's not going to be free?
There's so much conflicting information, and I think it's intentional. I think they know how bad it is, and they're just like, let's get them nice and confused and see how this plays out. Like the last gambit, right? Let's see how it just goes. It's fucked, probably, but let's just roll the dice. Maybe we'll get lucky.
People are saying in the UK it's free. Yes, I'm aware of that. People are saying, is it free in the US? Tell me where, because I've never heard of that.
To consulting with our top government health professionals, I have decided to take several strong but necessary actions to protect the health and well-being of all Americans. To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days. The new rules will go into effect Friday at midnight. These restrictions will be adjusted.
How about we make a deal? If you die, the test is free. How about that?
Subject to conditions on the ground. There will be exemptions for Americans who have undergone appropriate screenings, and these prohibitions will not only apply to the tremendous amount of trade and cargo, but various other things as we get approval.
He sounds like he's about to cough.
Quick, does he not?
Yeah.
Yes.
It sounds like he really is having to hold this back. Is this live, by the way?
This
was live recording?
This was yesterday.
I'm like,
live.
what if he had to be recorded? But what if it wasn't actually live? What if they
think it was
recording? I don't know.
I think it really was live.
Saying, what if he's sick and they were like, we can't chance him coughing. Let's pre-record it. Say it's live.
But he was
I don't know.
coughing.
I'm just saying. I think he has coronavirus, honestly, and I'm just saying if he does, there's no way that we'll know.
What if I want to propose this nightmare scenario? We're like 8 months away from elections. What if Pence and Trump get it and die, and then we got President Pelosi going in to the next election? So the Republicans would have to hurry up and choose a candidate to take on Pelosi.
You know who I would
choose?
Elections. I would choose like The Rock.
He could survive coronavirus.
Oh yeah, easily.
Just choose the healthiest son of a bitch you can find who's 35 years old, minimum age to be president. It's like, well, he's not very bright. He's not qualified, but he's got like an only 2% chance of dying while in office, huh?
The Rock, I think both sides would love The Rock. That's the one thing about The Rock. Like, he could unite the country for real.
I wish it would be Keanu Reeves, but he's fucking Canadian, honestly.
Yeah. Keanu also, I don't know if he would be Republican.
He was born in Canada, but I think he has American parents. He might be eligible. There's a lot of debate over that because people.
I hope so.
Because people say Ted Cruz is eligible, and he was born in Canada. So I don't know.
We just heard there are drive-through corona testing in Colorado from that dono.
Colorado's got legal shrooms and legalized weed before most states did too. So they're just ahead of the curve on most things. Actually, Colorado also the most fit state. Like on average, lowest obesity rates. And like
Colorado?
highest, yes.
I heard Seattle
they
was
bike
up there.
everywhere.
Colorado's #1 state for fitness.
Really?
Yes.
Seattle was
High
at one point for
altitude,
healthiest.
lots of shrooms and weed, corona testing. I'm gonna be interested to see how like obesity, health, and all that other stuff. Like Houston's one of the fattest states in the country, right? So those people are fucked. They get a respiratory illness or something like that, they're done for.
Yeah, but they have great strip clubs in Houston.
Billy, you lost all that weight just at the right time. Like, I mean, think how you would be right now. Like, if you were overweight, you're probably like, wow, I really dodged
The
a bullet.
United Kingdom Prime Minister wants the virus to spread through his country so that they can build an immunity to it. He's not very bright either.
That's what he's saying.
I mean, we don't know if you can build that like an immunity to it that easily. Like, it's not like chickenpox where you get it once and then it's gone forever. You might be able to catch it over and over and over again until your lungs
They're
die.
saying that you can recatch it.
Right.
They are saying that.
Right.
I may have fucked myself though. I might be just.
You might have.
I might be just healthy enough now that I can go out and like catch it more regularly because I actually go outside of the house more often.
Yeah.
So maybe I would have been able to tuck myself away throughout this and hibernate, but I can't do that now because I want to go
we'll
out and
get you a
kiss.
treadmill. You'll be fine.
I want to go out and kiss homeless people.
Eat some Flintstones vitamins and get on a treadmill.
A couple of chewables that'll survive the coronavirus. Fuck it.
Yeah, just bite off Barney Rubble's little head.
Snort a pack of
Run on your
emergency.
treadmill.
We could do this. We could do this. One chick did recatch it. Yeah, people have been
Anything
recatching it.
coming from Europe to the United States is what we are discussing. These restrictions will all.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, here's I pulled up states by obesity rate. And
here we go.
And Colorado is ranked. I guess maybe Puerto Rico counts on this. It's ranked 51st, the lowest obesity. This is 49.
Washington D.C.
DC's like all the way over.
But D.C. would be the 51.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you're right.
This might
Washington's
mirror
not that.
a death map.
It's Eastern Washington and like Tacoma and Olympia and Vancouver.
I think I wasn't thinking just for obesity, though. I think overall health, Seattle was very high.
We got smoking right there. Check out smoking. Let's see smoking in a
Like
lot of
Colorado,
cigarettes. That'll kill you
it's
with the
weird
respiratory.
because so many people are cyclists and into like outdoorsy stuff in Colorado. It's like the most physically fit state. It's really weird.
Also not apply to the United Kingdom.
What was
At
the
same
fattest state?
time,
Did we figure
are
that out? Was it
It's
Missouri?
West Virginia.
West
monitoring
Virginia.
the situation in China and the South Korea.
And then
And
Mississippi.
as their situation improves, we will reevaluate the restrictions and warnings that are currently in place for a possible early opening. Earlier this week, I met with the leaders of health insurance industry who have agreed to waive all co-payments for coronavirus treatments.
Why not? Why co-payments? Like, why not just make the test free to anybody? Why only people who have insurance get
Why
tested?
not like use some of that like 1.5 or 2 trillion they use on the stock market and spend it on test for viruses?
Yeah.
That wouldn't help the stock market.
Yeah, sad. We got to
Yeah.
protect those dumbass.
The insurance companies are already biting the bullet now, knowing that their business is going to be going through the roof. They want you to come in and get tested, no copay, because then if you have it, they got you hooked for a nice little meal ticket. They're going to make so much more. It's like saying like, hey, you want some crack? First hit's free. First test is free. Oh, you're hooked now. Okay. We're gonna milk you for this corona.
Oh, imagine if they sold the test kits like on the grocery store shelves. People will be stockpiling corona test kits to test themselves once a day. Oh, mercy.
So here's Biden weighing in
on corona.
Yeah, on corona.
This should be
My
a
fellow
wild ride.
Americans, today across the nation, many of us are feeling anxious about the spread of the COVID-19.
Why does he slur so bad?
Not only that, why does this camera look like some asshole in the crowd with Snapchat is filming it? Is it about to disappear in 10 seconds? What the fuck is going on?
Known as the coronavirus.
Okay, it makes it look like he's a criminal pedophile here. This man started coronavirus. Where he laid out a plan to combat
I really
the
love the words
coronavirus.
coming out of his mouth right now.
Yeah.
First part of my plan, you elect me president.
Second part of the plan, send me a lock of your daughter's hair so I can sniff on it just a little bit.
Right.
Just a little bit.
You're affected or know someone who is infected.
Some corona-free
or have
hair
been in
strands.
contact with an infected person. This is going to require a national response, not just from our elected leaders or our public health officials, but from all of us. Yesterday, we announced a Public Health Advisory Committee of experts who will continue to counsel my campaign and me, help guide our decisions on the steps to minimize further risks.
They're going to make me wash my hands. I got a little white girl with hand sanitizer.
guys.
She's going to squirt it into my hand and lap.
By the way, I recommend everyone watching follow the Biden insult bot because it's just a bot generating different Biden insults. He called himself Biden the one time.
Stick it in your ear, you horse jack and three-eyed hobgoblin.
Yeah, kick rocks, you stinking. What is
Stink hiney tri-corner hat thief.
Oh my God, I got.
You're going to get your tri-cornered hat stolen talking that way, Ben.
Fuck. Yeah.
Laugh it up, you cobblestone crunching belly wobbler.
Oh, I just saw the top trending was Vince McMahon. I wonder
Also,
what happened.
we
I
will
wonder what
lead
happened.
by
He died of coronavirus.
I hope he didn't get that corona, dude.
science.
Who's gonna celebrity death pool in the age of corona? Is it do we go with Tom Hanks now? Is he out the picture? I feel like he's got it early enough. He'll be taken care of. He'll be fine. Who's the first celebrity that's gonna catch a fade to corona? You know.
He is rich, but if they connect him to a breathing apparatus for like 30 days to save his life, he's coming out of that thing brain dead. So we're going to have some really funny movies.
Oh, Weekend at Bernie's 3 starring Tom Hanks.
Oh, and you know what? Guess what, guys? YouTube is so great. YouTube has finally agreed that we can get ads if we talk about the coronavirus.
Money, money, money. Money, money, money.
They were only letting CNN get ads or, mainstream news.
It's the new ad opposite of adpocalypse. This is the fucking gold rush, man. The corona rush.
And we'll go over that in a minute here.
Sponsored by Tecate.
Here's Bernie talking about it a little
Today,
bit.
I would like to give a brief overview of what, in my view, we must do to respond.
Somehow this public access webcam
First
angle
and
of Bernie
foremost,
is
we are
still better
dealing
than
with a
Biden's
national
video.
emergency.
Yeah.
It's because for Biden's, they had to do like one of those deep fakes because they couldn't get him to do the whole speech.
He couldn't pronounce coronavirus.
And the President of the United
It's
States.
like, why do you just stand there for 5 seconds in silence and just like look at this one person dead in the eyes?
Right.
Cut
Yeah.
that. Cut that.
He kept
Must
referring to it as corona violence.
Understand that
Coronavirus.
and declare that emergency. Next, because President Trump is unwilling and unable to lead selflessly, we must immediately convene an emergency bipartisan authority of experts to support and direct a response that is comprehensive, compassionate, and based first and foremost
Based in red pill.
on science and fact. In other words, Congress, in a bipartisan manner, must take responsibility for addressing this unparalleled crisis. Further, we must aggressively make certain that the public sector.
Whoever's fucking typing in the background, it just pisses me off. Why does Biden and Bernie look so hodgepodge. Trump was in the fucking golden office with his pog collection behind him, looking like a super savage. These guys should have that, at least that level of production quality behind their shit. They want to be in that seat. They want to be the president. Why do we have this half-assed garbage?
When you're not currently dying or suffering from dementia, you really don't need high production values. They can just turn on the camera and go.
That wasn't the case with Biden. Wasn't the Bernie?
Oh, they edited the hell out of that. Come on.
Bernie's, well, yeah, but Bernie's barely, like, we should be listening to this, but honestly, what the fuck is Bernie really going to do about it? He's not the president. He's in Congress, but he's not like the leader. He's not the guy. We're over here looking right now. We're looking at somebody we want to be our president. He should be presented in a way that is presidential. It shouldn't be a complaining old man at the local what was it called when
you got dementia?
Yeah, I got dementia, man. You know when you go to town hall.
You're having a Biden.
He looks like the old man neighbor at town hall right now. He's sitting like town hall, like, I just want to say we need to put a stop sign outside of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue because the cars go too fast by my new house. That's not a president.
Everyone, if you're watching right now, please like the stream if you haven't already. Please like the stream and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It would be great. It would help us out a lot. And we're going to move on to some madness in Australia. I'm going to show you the raw footage of this fight over toilet paper at a supermarket, and then we'll cover a follow-up news story.
Oh, shit.
I'll tell you what, it's this one woman is taking on these other two pretty easily.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 2-on-1 debacle. The double dasher dames are going toe-to-toe with the
Hey, Bob, that's enough!
Andrea Vagina.
Are you joking? Are you fucking joking?
Okay. She's wearing a New York shirt in Australia.
Did they just take her toilet paper? I don't understand what's going on with the toilet paper,
So
though. Is it the last one?
These two women are trying to take all the toilet paper, and she just wants one, and they're, like, getting into a fight over
She's
it.
like, look, broad, I need to wipe my ass now. Give me one toilet paper.
I didn't touch you! I took the bag! You came and hit me! You touched your bag! I took the bag! You fucking came and hit me! Excuse me? Go away from my daughter!
Excuse me? Excuse me?
I need my shit tickets. Get away.
Now it's a 3-on-1.
What's the limit?
Karen in the background, like, I want to wipe my ass too.
Guys, I need everyone to back off right now. No.
Yeah, break it up, ref. Break it up.
Oh, he's
Break
going
it
to
up.
get ripped up next. He doesn't look like he stands a chance.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're out of here. You're out of here.
Hold on.
Take it away from them!
Stop. You need to get off this trolley now. You need to get off this trolley now.
Look what you're doing. Think about what you're doing, yeah?
Get off this trolley now.
I'm taking my precious shit tickets now.
Call the police.
I'm calling the police. I can't do an Australian accent at all. Not at all. I can't do it at all.
There's probably like 1,000 more stock in the back right now.
I don't understand, because I would understand if, explosive diarrhea was a symptom of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
But it's not.
I guess because people aren't going to want to leave their houses, or people are afraid of being, like, stuck in their houses.
I guess just go shit in your backyard and bury it? I don't know.
And what do you mean bury it? Are we not going to be able to flush?
Dig a latrine, I guess. Yeah.
At what point are we not? Why can't we flush?
Because there's just too much poo-poo.
I don't get it. I don't get any. Here's what I think. They want this.
Do you
toilet
think there
paper.
are going to start being riots, though?
Toilet
You'd be
paper
dumb
riots.
to show up to one, because then you're just going to get the virus, right? So I think there's going to be more like
here's a
bang action going. You know what I mean?
Here's a news story about what just happened
mother
here.
and daughter have been charged after a fight over toilet paper in Woolworths. The vision of the shoppers.
I didn't know Woolworths still exists. It must exist outside of the U.S. because there are no more Woolworths in the United States. That existed when I was a kid.
Arguing with another woman went viral as supermarkets impose new purchase limits to curb coronavirus hysteria.
The fight over toilet paper that went viral around the world.
I just want one pack. No, not one pack.
I just
now
want
the 60-year-old mother and her 23-year-old daughter, who were wheeling a trolley full of rolls at Woolworths Chullora, have been charged with a fray.
Let that woman wipe her ass.
I like how she's got both of them.
Yeah.
She's like,
she's going 2-on-1 manhandling these broads in a cart with a trolley full of TP. Let this girl wipe her ass one time. She earned one wipe. Give her one package.
And it's due in court next month.
I cannot.
Yeah, they're getting charged.
Understand
for toilet paper or what?
For like fighting.
Yeah.
We have a big factory in Penrith that produces toilet paper.
Investigators spoke to the other woman, a 49-year-old, who'd allegedly been assaulted, but she wasn't injured. The incident, one of several at Australian supermarkets, is desperation.
Did she go slap?
Yeah.
How can she slap?
How can she slap?
Whoa.
Paper.
And this lady walks away like, don't hit me. Why are you so rude? Look at her face. She's like, you guys are the problem, not me with my big ass cart full of toilet paper. I'm not the problem. It's this nasty old lady who just wants to wipe her butthole. What a bitch.
I was down to my last roll right before I left for New York City, and I knew I was going to have to go toilet paper shopping, and I was dreading it. I finally went last night because I used the last little piece. I was like, I better go get some damn toilet paper. And I was dreading it. I went to the Target. There was so much toilet paper. So much damn toilet paper. I couldn't believe it.
I can guarantee you, in the back stock, there's probably like pallets and pallets of this stuff, but people see the shelf half empty and they're like, there's no more toilet paper forever. Better buy it all.
Irrational levels.
Everybody, please stay calm and be rational. We have everything we need.
For the second time in a week, Woolworths and Coles have been forced to crack down on the number of toilet paper packs.
No, I think we need to cut down the Amazon immediately and turn it all into toilet paper.
Just start wiping your ass with leaves.
Toilet paper, dry paper, is the worst thing to remove poo-poo from your butthole. Honestly, like, wet wipes, way better. And then, yes, power washing your ass with a bidet, even better.
And less expensive.
I bought some wet wipes last night, too. I never buy wet wipes.
Wet wipes are way better.
I bought some last night. I was like, fuck it, dude. It's the apocalypse. I'm going out with a nice shiny
Nobody gets
butthole.
their butt totally clean on dry toilet paper. I refuse to believe that anyone's totally clean down there.
You won't do a little
No,
eat
man,
off
you
test?
just keep like going at it until you see blood, and then you know you're finished.
That's not clean. That's not clean.
Well, I mean, there's no more
purchased.
You can't leave away your asshole medium rare. That's not. That's not
Woolies
okay.
customers are now limited to just 2, but here at Coles, it's down to just 1 per person. We have asked our suppliers to focus on increasing production of larger pack sizes. A pack of 30 rolls should last an average family for around 3 weeks.
We can all get enough toilet paper if we all calm down a little bit.
Hannah Sinclair.
Yeah. I can't stand these bitches. They think they're entitled to all of the toilet paper there. No fucking way.
I
want to go and just, I don't even care about the toilet paper. I just want to go and punch bitches trying to take all the toilet paper. Can I do that? Can I be like the Phoenix Jones of toilet paper?
Yeah.
I'll wear a
Well,
superhero
if you want to be a
costume.
super spreader, just go to the market, lick your thumb, and just go across all the toilet paper with it and just walk away.
I'm just going to punch like old ladies trying to steal all the toilet paper.
If it comes
I'm
down to
surprised
it,
that more stores haven't started doing like limits on stuff like that yet. Are any of your
Some try.
I think they knew it was going to happen because if you've been in an area that's like had the power go out for a week or something like that due to extreme weather, you know that they clean out the supermarket instantly because once people start to feel like, is it never going to be normal again? They just go out and spin on everything. They just clean it out like ants picking apart a dead bird. So, yeah, they probably like, all right, let's cash in. And then once things get violent, we'll start restricting it. That way we don't look too heartless, you know?
If you're really hurting to wipe your ass and they're all out of toilet paper and you don't want to risk life and limb fighting for a package of toilet paper, there are other options, okay? If you would like to go to the produce aisle, get a head of lettuce, and just make yourself a little lettuce wrap and give yourself a nice, clean, fresh wipe. It's got a nice feel to it. It's not too bad. It's cool, calm, and refreshing. You can do a little poop scoop.
Go to the Hispanic food section and buy some corn husks used to make tamales.
Tamale husks to help.
Yeah,
give you a
wipe the poo-poo.
If you have some lasagna noodles, cook them al dente. Cook them al dente. Make sure they're to the tooth, al dente.
What about-
they will give you a good wipe.
What about parchment paper?
No, don't do a
Wax
parchment
paper.
No,
No wax.
You're better
How
off
about
with
like a vacuum cleaner?
I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
you know the little tube part of it, the sucks and stuff, just like roll it up your ass. You know what I mean?
I think you'd be better off wrapping your hand in Reynolds wrap and just giving yourself the old clear swipey.
All right, let's take a look at some of these stories. So,
YouTube said it will monetize some videos related to the coronavirus outbreak, walking back its original policy to ban ads on any video mentioning the situation.
which, by the way, they didn't do it on any video. There's plenty of videos owned by major news networks on YouTube that talk about the coronavirus all day, every day now.
But they get their own ads. That's the thing.
You always say this. You're such a YouTube apologist.
I'm just explaining why that happens.
Yeah,
Look,
but
I'm
the,
just a little
the
guy,
ads
but
are
I've been
still
making fun of
curated
this for
through
like 2
YouTube.
months.
Right?
Yeah, but they get their own. Their ads are bought and
you know there are
Brought for
people
tape.
that have tried to like buy ads specifically for certain channels and have had trouble with that before.
yeah, there should be an advertisement reform system.
Right.
The new ads. The company said it realized the topic is becoming an important part of everyday conversation. Yeah, because you got like little Mo down the road dying of it. You're like, I got to talk about little Mo, and I want to make a couple bucks off his death. I shouldn't have to worry about getting demonetized because little Mo died, and I want to talk about it. Everybody should make money off little Mo's death, is what I'm saying.
I don't know who the fuck little Mo
You know,
is.
he got the corona up the road. He died off of it. In a reversal of its previous policy, Google's YouTube is planning on enabling ads on some videos discussing coronavirus, CEO Susan Wojcicki wrote on a blog post Wednesday. YouTube previously did not allow monetization if a video includes more than a passing mention of the coronavirus, since Google has a sensitive events policy that prevents the company from capitalizing on events like the outbreak.
But here's the thing. Even if CNN gets their own ads, they're still profiting off of those ads. They get a share of those ads too. So that's the hypocrisy there. It's not where the ads come from. It's that they allow certain organizations to get the ads, whereas they wouldn't let others. And it all goes back to their deals, their dealings with these networks through their YouTube TV service, that they protect them more than any other independent media.
Now that we can...
Well, you don't want some little guy like giving information before CNN does, making money off it, making them look stupid. That would just be bad, wouldn't it?
Or passing information that wasn't verified and it goes big and they make a ton of money off something that was actually liable fucked.
I guarantee you that when CNN sat down at the collective bargaining table, or at the bargaining table with YouTube when they wanted to make YouTube TV, they were like, hey, there's a lot of people out there that they get pushed harder than the networks do, and we want to be pushed to the top. Because almost like clockwork, when YouTube came out with YouTube TV, all of a sudden we started seeing Jimmy Kimmel and CNN and of that shit pushed to the top of our recommended feed, right?
Yeah. And that's whenever YouTube started sucking.
Right.
Really bad.
Yes.
It's because they put all their money in on the Vine kids when 2016 was cyberbully culture. They said, well, we got these Vine kids coming over from Vine. Let's dump all the promotion of them. And they turned out to be little sociopaths playing with dead bodies in the forest and doing all types of other weird shit. So they had to go away from them. They're like, well, we're going to go to Jimmy Kimmel because all these people already have to answer to standards and practices.
They were making these deals to offer a cheaper service than cable TV. And YouTube TV is cheaper than a lot of other like cable services and like even Sling and that kind of stuff. They cut deals with how their content is recommended out there.
Plus, most people just watch stuff on a cell phone these days anyways. Does anybody really sit in front of the TV all that much anymore? Maybe older folks, but younger generation, they'd rather just be there with their iPad in their bedroom away from folks.
You'd think that, but YouTube felt the need to start a TV service. And that's when a lot of things really started to change around here. I noticed almost like clockwork. As soon as YouTube wanted to sell cable TV alternative subscriptions, certain content that was owned by these same networks that they were selling on their cable service. It's almost like free advertising. Like, look, you saw some of this shit. Why don't you subscribe to YouTube TV and get the whole thing? You know? And that's what gets recommended now.
Yeah. It's safe. They're safe recommending that and putting it in trending. They don't have to worry about that biting them in the ass like all the random unregulated YouTubers might.
I'd like to see the numbers of how many actual subscribers they have for YouTube TV. I was looking because I wanted to watch some live sports that you can't watch unless you have like a cable subscription, and I saw YouTube TV was one of the cheaper options, but I refused to give YouTube any money. So I just wouldn't do it.
I think only really like actual normies pay for it, honestly. Like people who don't know that you can find streams of basically anything you want to watch, right?
You can, yeah.
That's what we bank on.
If you look deep enough, it's somewhere.
But it's
a lot of times
illegal.
there's like malware on those sites and stuff if you click in the wrong place.
It's illegal.
Yeah, you got like layers of normie for that. So you got the person who pays for everything in front of their face. You got the person who goes to the website full of viruses. You got the person who can protect themselves from the website full of viruses. Then you got the person on a VPN using BitTorrent to download it from a private tracker that like pirates all that stuff on the regular. And then you got the person who I guess just rips all the stuff themselves in some theater.
BitTorrent though, you can't use that for like a live, like WrestleMania live. If you didn't want to pay for WWE, you know, that sort of thing, or like any live.
But if you look
sporting
on
event.
YouTube enough, like I saw all sorts of like copyrighted stuff. You just got to type in the right thing. They just change the title. They put this here and there, flip it, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is the finals.
So-
this isn't supposed to be here, and then we'll just watch it, I guess.
It turns out that while all these sports events are closing down, Vince McMahon is like, nope, we're not closing down for coronavirus. We're not going to do it. And everybody's quoting how he doesn't believe in sickness. You ever hear that story about him where like he sneezed in a meeting and like yelled at himself? Like he's like sick in the head. The WrestleMania might be the event that turns coronavirus into like the actual death note of humanity, because people come from all over the world for that. It's a big thing, and he's gonna do it. He's
There's
gonna
supposed
go
to
through
be
with
the
it.
Summer Olympics in Tokyo this year.
They're talking about closing that down.
Right, but that's even bigger.
They closed down SmackDown tonight. It's going to be out of the Performance Center in Tampa because they won't let them run it in Detroit or in Florida, not Tampa. But like, if Tampa doesn't shut down WrestleMania, if they roll through with it, this is probably going to be like an extinction level event. It's going to be sick.
So I don't even know if we really need to read the story specifically, but we can talk about it. Tom Hanks and his wife tested positive for coronavirus, and they're currently in Australia, and that's where they were tested for it. And that's kind of weird.
I think this is where it really hit home for a lot of people. You know, I think a lot of the boomers might actually be worried now. I don't know, like, I still have a personal Facebook, okay? And I live in the Midwest, and like these are people that I went to high school with that live in the area, and they're just like saying the stupidest shit. I don't know if any of you out there are on Facebook these days, but they're literally just like spreading this article of Dr. Drew Pinsky, like, oh, don't worry about coronavirus. Like, that's the doctor that they're really trusting on Facebook. And, you know, they're just talking about how it's a hoax and, you know, every year it's another virus, shit like that. So I think Tom Hanks getting it really hit home for a lot of people. I do.
Well, he's rich. People who've even been children have grown up watching his movies, whether or not you realize it or not. They've seen him. They know who he is, even if you're little or old. But I think most importantly, he's a person with a lot of resources who should be able to avoid this completely. And none of us have as much money as he does or the power to fly around and do anything that he does. So if he can get it with all of his money, influence, and power, then what's stopping Biden, Trump?
Trump has it.
But what if that's the optics?
Who's the guy in Canada? Prime Minister Trudeau. His wife has symptoms, so he's in self-quarantine with her right now.
He's younger, though. He'll probably be okay.
What if Tom Hanks got coronavirus because that's what the Illuminati wanted from him. They were like, look, you have to be our poster boy. You have to be the first big get. Everybody trusts you. You're fucking Mr. Rogers, for God's sakes. You can
It's
do
in a
this.
flex now. It's like, hey, guys, you might not know this, but I got the coronavirus. Aren't you jealous?
You know, my sister actually did predict that Tom Hanks would get it. She said it on Saturday, I swear. She said it Saturday. She was like, Tom Hanks needs to watch out. And I don't know. I'm just saying.
Did she say
Can she
anything
be
about
our
me?
advisor for coronavirus now then? Because that's a hell of a prediction.
Yeah, if she didn't say anything about me, I'm going to take that as a
Does
sign that
anybody
I'm
want to
safe.
put out any predictions?
Ooh, I think that at least 50% of Senate's going to get it. Because they got to gather up to vote, right? And they're all ancient. So how are they going to, like, do their gathering up to vote stuff? Are they just not going to show up and lose? Or are they going to show up and risk getting this disease that's more than likely, if not kill them, really screw them up bad?
Is this from all the Zoomers wishing death upon the Boomers? Honestly, I feel like I know I've said some things maybe over the past couple of years about, I don't know, I won't repeat it now, but I'm just saying, did we wish this upon them?
Okay, Boomers.
All right, right here,
Now's your
right
time
now.
to say sorry.
This is very irresponsible and probably like not good for us to do, but you got to pick one celebrity for the death pool. Got to do it. This is
So who we believe
tasteless.
is going to die or who we wish
Yeah,
would
who's gonna
die?
go? Who's gonna go?
Who's more likely?
I'm gonna say John Malkovich.
I'd suck.
I know.
Billy the Fridge.
Bob, people
You
saying
know-
Betty White. I don't think so. I think she'll be just fine.
I don't want to say, but I'm going to say Ozzy.
Ooh.
He has
Yeah,
like
did
MS or
cancers.
Parkinson's now. I think it's Parkinson's. or
He's
something.
in and out of hospitals probably all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he canceled a tour recently due to health issues, and that was before all of this. So even before all this, he's like, I'm a bit too ill to do this tour and stuff, so we're going to have to cancel this one. And now this. Yeah, and he's in Europe. It ain't going well over there. That's a pretty safe bet.
You got to pick Ben.
I picked Billy the Fridge.
You son of a bitch.
What?
Oh, well, you know, that's a good bet, too.
Oh wait,
Not bad.
You know what? He said
Okay.
celebrity. You know, so maybe
Yeah, dial it back, Papa.
I don't know. I don't
This
know.
one's
You got
near
one,
and dear to my
Hellbent?
heart, and I hate to say it, but Wilford Brimley.
Isn't he already dead?
No.
Oh,
No, he's still
okay.
going.
Yeah, that's mine too.
Oh.
Doesn't he already
He's
have
survived a lot.
diabetes?
He's got diabetes. He's still got a good sense of humor about it. Even people are like, don't make fun of him by calling him diabetes, man. He's like, I am the diabetes
Casey's
man.
coughing. She's got the coronas.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh, I've had the corona cough.
Yep, definitely corona.
It's a very
The
dry
coronic.
cough.
The chronic
The
virus.
chronic virus. Perfect.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could give me some of that chronic virus, but they'll throw me in the pokey.
I've been
I think
IRLing.
I cough a lot from smoking, but I feel like if I did get the coronavirus, I would be able to tell the difference with the coughing. You know, for
You
sure.
would. You
For
get
sure.
other symptoms like chest pains and all this other stuff. But the other bad thing is just smoking, and especially weed, does kind of mess with your immunity a little bit. So if you were afraid of it, maybe go to edibles. But I'm not a doctor. I just pretend to be one.
I'm not a doctor. I just play one on play dates.
I just play one in my basement.
Do you want to play doctor?
Weird.
Dr. Kevorkian.
Hey, how did you know my catchphrase, Billy?
Because I'm always catching. Gotta catch them all. I got the Wuhan. I got the Corona.
We got
I
the
got the
SARS, we
COVID.
got the avian.
I think we got a few more of these actually.
A couple more, baby.
Yeah. Here's
Coronavirus updates. World Health Organization declares COVID-19 disease to be a
I mean, we already
pandemic.
know this. This is old news. I'm skipping this
Oh.
one. I like this.
Yeah.
This
Don
is
Lemon.
Don Lemon arguing with John Kasich, who used to be the governor of Ohio,
Oh God.
About the way Trump's address that we watched earlier.
And he liked it?
I'm surprised John Kasich liked it because he hates Trump, but he is a Republican, and I think maybe he wants to get back in his good graces. Who knows? But Don Lemon's pissed about it. And
where you at, Don?
Let's see. Oh, hold on.
Spreading, sweeping across this country, saying that he is banning travel from Europe to the U.S. for the next 30 days. That is, everyday life in this country is changing in ways none of us could have imagined. So let's bring in now CNN senior commentator John Kasich, the former governor of Ohio. John, thank you so much. Listen, President Trump announced that he was suspending travel from Europe to the U.S. CNN then got clarification that it was about most foreign nationals, not U.S. residents. The president misrepresented the travel ban during his primetime address, and we're getting all of these mixed messages. So give me your thoughts.
Well, I watched the address tonight, and I thought it was fine. I thought he did fine, and what I saw tonight is what I anticipated before he delivered the address.
Tell Dusty the Cockatiel that he's an amazing, magnificent, cute, adorable, funny, charismatic, and beautiful bird?
Dusty the Cockatiel, you are an amazing, magnificent, cute, adorable, funny, charismatic, and beautiful bird.
Wow.
That's
Dusty.
high praise for Dusty.
Yeah. Dusty
Thank
gets a lot of
you.
praise around here.
Mr. President, you've got to be serious. You've got to warn the country. We have to move forward and just stick to the script and read what's on
the
there.
Script?
And that's exactly what he did. And
Okay, right here, I agree with his defense of Trump. Stick to the script, because when Trump falls off script, he starts sounding like a real fucking imbecile.
That's why
he's
this is good.
Yeah, and then Don Lemon's like, "How dare you? How dare you?"
I think maybe he really I think like Ben said, he's just wanting to get back in the good graces. He doesn't want his head on a spike. You know, he wants to get on that Trump train, get that funding.
You shouldn't just
get
hate
reelected.
on Trump to hate on Trump, right? You should hate on him for what he does.
Hate Trump, honestly.
But there's tons of reasons.
Stand him. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
There's tons of reasons to hate him. But that doesn't mean we can't congratulate him when he does something right by reading.
He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's done nothing right. I don't care.
I mean, there was the point where you were doing the whole Trump thing for a while, though, back in the day. Yeah, you were doing it for a long time.
Back when it was a meme.
Yeah, back whenever, it was funny then, because it was like he was dismantling the Republican Party.
Right.
You know, he was on the stage just making a fucking circus of it all, and then it just became real. It just became a real circus.
You know, me and Jeff were in a taxi in Vancouver because, believe it or not, in Vancouver they just got Uber, but there's not enough drivers normally. Sometimes a taxi is a better option, but the taxi driver asked where we were from, and we told him we were from the U.S., and he asked us if we voted for Trump, and Jeff Holiday lied about voting for Trump to our taxi driver because he did vote for Trump. He did vote for Trump. And we both said no, and the guy's like, "All right, I'll keep driving you."
And you didn't snitch out Jeff?
No, I didn't.
Because you wanted to drive, huh?
I wanted to get to where we were going.
Because if you weren't worried about that, I think you would have snitched him out.
No. I don't want him to be like, "Why'd you lie to me about it?" That's just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know,
you should have said on the way out.
He's a liar.
It's by the way, I voted for Trump. I see it.
He's a liar.
I was on with you, I don't know, a week or so ago, and I was sharply critical. Then I was on again, and I said, I think they're getting their sea legs. They're doing better. I'm glad he did the address tonight, and I think that was important. But I also believe, Don, that where the action really is going to happen in many respects in our country is going to be at the states. And it's going to be up to governors to really look, I was on earlier today. I've had conversations about this. What they have to decide is they're going to be serious about everything. And sometimes you have to overreact. It's almost like a hurricane. People say, well, why did they warn so much? Well, sometimes it's better to do more than to do less. And so, to me, the cooperation from the federal government. It gets to the states, and governors have to make choices, and they cannot make choices based on making people happy or political considerations.
Well, listen, the governors can't, John. The governors can't make choices. They can't if there are no test kits. If the test kits that the federal government has promised aren't out there, then those governors can't make choices. And you said that. Listen, you said the president should stick to the script. I don't know if he stuck to the script or not, but whatever script he read was wrong because they've had to clarify it several times. And I just got to say, if the president came out to calm people's fears, he didn't do a good job of it because they've had to come back and clarify it several times. And this has been going on long enough for them to get it straight. We need straight.
Oh, he's triggered.
This is CNN, sir. You're not allowed to say Trump did anything right.
Who signed off on him using the word marshal in that script?
You're not allowed to be incorrect about modern issues on CNN, where we never get anything incorrect ever, especially not me.
Accurate information from this president and this administration, and we're not getting it. And I don't understand why you are tiptoeing around it. He came out, gave an address that usually that happens very rarely, and he doesn't get it right.
I'm going to tell you, first of all, he read it, and somebody that wrote this, look, I don't want to get into that.
Why not? That's why you're here, to talk about the president's address.
Can I finish now?
No, you can't, John, because we're here to talk about the president's. Wait, we're here. I don't want you to go on.
You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger and him are big time buddies. Like when Kasich was running for president, Arnold came to town to campaign for him.
I bet, yeah. Arnold always goes there for the Arnold Classic, right? So he's got history in Ohio.
It's also kind of funny when the Arnold Classic goes on, Arnold does like these advertising deals. You'll see all these local commercials for like car dealerships and shit, and Arnold will be in them. Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
And deflect and talk about something else because we're here to talk about the president's address. And you said that someone else wrote it. He's the president. Even if someone else wrote it, it should be right.
I know he did, and he has to be Don. He put this thing out because there was some confusion out there. Okay.
Now there's more confusion, John.
There's going to be more confusion. We're learning about this as it happens.
They keep John Kasich around because he's a Republican that hates Trump, and normally he bashes Trump. So now they weren't. Don Lemon wasn't prepared for.
Wait a second, Kasich. Wait a second. Orange Man bad. Stick to the script.
Right.
Say to you, Don, we
what
got
do we
move
pay
down
you
the
for?
Road. Looking back doesn't get things fixed.
We're not looking back. The president's address. The president's address was tonight. That is the newest information with this. Is the president's address.
Look,
I think it was
tonight was in the past. We got to think about tomorrow. Tomorrow, Trump's going to say something really smart, I promise.
Right.
I read the script.
Fine. That's what I think.
You think the
disagree
wrong,
with
you think
me.
inaccurate information that you have to come back and clarify 2 or 3 times, you think that's fine?
It was actually the right tone. He should go back. He should do that more often, not the helicopter interviews.
Yeah.
Not the you just shoot from the hip type thing. He should probably have people help him write some of the stuff he says. And there's no shame in that. A lot of presidents have done that. That's fine. It's okay for presidents to have writers.
Even news reporters like this dude have a teleprompter, right?
Right.
You
Not
think
here, though.
You think he blames himself when the teleprompter's wrong?
How hard would it be, though, to just make a Trump speech generator on any topic, though?
Oh, huge, great, fantastic,
right?
awesome.
He has just such a small vocabulary. I'm surprised there isn't one.
But he didn't use that vocabulary for this address. He had the damn speech ready to go. It's when he riffs and does his thing.
I thought
but when he riffs,
apart throat.
When he riffs and he uses his minimal language, it's actually probably better for him because reading at a 5th grade level or lower, or speaking at one or lower towards your base, his base eats that up. They're like, finally, someone we can relate to.
He did fine. That's what I thought. I thought he had the right tone, and he no longer played around with, we're going to blame Democrats or forget this stuff. I hope he's trying to move forward because he understands the seriousness of this situation. Now, the fact that they clarified, it isn't unusual. in a speech for somebody to clarify something, okay? But I don't think that the tone he showed tonight takes away from some clarification. I think he set a serious tone. That's what I wanted out of him for a long time, and I think we got it.
John.
That's what I think. And I think we need to move forward.
Let's be real, though.
Tell you.
The only reason why Trump suddenly cares about coronavirus, you know, being a narcissist, is probably because he has it, or maybe Ivanka has it.
That's why
I think
all of a
that's
sudden,
really the only way he would care.
Well, he was saying it was a hoax at first, and then he was
Right.
like,
But now
you,
him-
he didn't really mean hoax. That's what people came at us with the first time we talked about it. They were like, oh, he didn't mean hoax. He meant something else.
The Democrats have chosen it as their new hoax to politicize. But not hoax. Just the Democrats chose it as a hoax.
Yeah, not a hoax, but a hoax.
Yeah.
He didn't mean
He
a
said
hoax,
something
but
along the lines of like, once spring comes around, it's all going to go away. It's like, you know, on the other side of the planet, it's spring right now, you know, and it's all over the globe. So, like, how did you not get that through your head? That the changes in the seasons and all that. You can't wait till spring or summer. It's already, Australia's on fire and they have it. Come on.
Everybody forgot about the Australian fire, huh?
in the Hong Kong stuff, there was like civil unrest going on in Hong Kong.
Yeah, they're like, oh, who cares about civil unrest now? The whole China is dying.
I hear Hong Kong's better than the rest of China, though.
As far as COVID goes? Or
Yes, COVID.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, yeah, and in general, like if someone forced me to live in China, I'd probably live in Hong Kong before anywhere else there.
Nah, put me in Shanghai.
Okay.
Let's get
All right,
fucking
Billy, your
weird.
funeral, brother.
Let's get fucking weird.
He says that just to sound cool, but he wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it.
Yeah, he wouldn't do it. All right, so now's the point where we are going to once again let you all know that we have a new sponsor. We have a link in the description. If you want to join it, it's a free website to join. It's slug.com.
It's the free speech community.
Yes.
It's a virtual crowdsourced think tank where people of differing views can humanize each other while using commonly approved problem-solving methods, including the Socratic method and independent data gathering, to resolve the issues without descending into uncivil discussion. It's like a sweet boy free speech.
Sweet boy free. I like that.
I think that's what it basically is.
We should let them know that should be their new slogan.
No, sweet boy's my thing.
I think we came up with it together on this show.
I disagree.
Okay.
It's definitely my thing.
No.
I'm a sweet boy.
I think we all did it together.
I would look back at the greatest thing to ever come out of the history of invention of language to be a us thing as well. But it was a me thing. The site is 100% free and has no advertising because unlike other large social media sites, your information is never sold. Slug is run by a non-profit. Bring your opinions and your evidence, your good heart and open mind, and slug it out at slug.com, the free speech community.
Yes, joining slug.com helps support our show, and it also helps support this new platform that actually looks pretty great right now. We already have 14 members in our group, so there's already some people in there. Feel free to go in there and post. It's almost Reddit-like. That's probably the best way to describe it. Only better, only nonprofit, no ads. We just want you to join it. Join it. All right. Let's watch a little more of this shit show.
4 plus 4 equals 85.
What?
I'm serious. That doesn't
Hold
mean
on.
you 4 serious.
And I think we got it.
John.
That's what I think. And I think
can
we
be
need to
serious
move forward.
and
Yes.
sit here and tell you 4 plus 4 equals 85. I'm serious. That doesn't mean that I'm right. The information he gave was not right. You have to come back and clarify several times information that you gave. Listen, I tried to cut him a break at the top of the show.
You mean like who's going to get back into the country? You mean that, what is it in the clarification that you thought was so terrible? Tell
this
me
is a
what
good
you thought
question.
I didn't
was
say
so
I thought
bad.
it was terrible.
took
I'm
away-
telling you.
Motherfucker, answer! No! Fuck you, Don Lemon, you piece of shit! You're telling us right now, you gotta bring the facts. You gotta bring the facts. Well, then bring them
2
now,
plus 2 equals
motherfucker.
85.
Bring the don't hit me with that 2 plus 2, 4 plus 4, 85 bullshit. Give us the facts right fucking now. You have our attention. Tell us what was right in this conversation.
Style on him. This is your opportunity to come out and go,
pandemic
yeah,
right
President
now.
thinks
We're in
he's
the middle
smart,
of
but
a
look at my
pandemic.
facts.
Every time this president comes out, he gives inaccurate information. So I don't understand why he would even come out and do it at all if he is going to confuse the American people even more.
Guys, every time Trump talks, it's inaccurate information. Why does he keep talking? What's the point of him talking? Why even address the nation during a crisis? Because we know we can't trust him. Motherfucker, then please, if you're going to tell us Trump is giving us the wrong facts, the lies, bullshit, in that same breath, tell us why and give us the fucking facts.
You don't understand that? You're a governor. I'm surprised that you don't understand that. If you're not going to help...
I'm surprised. You're a governor. I'm surprised you don't understand that.
Don,
if you're not going to be accurate, why
I do understand it.
Why? Why?
Look.
Because accuracy doesn't matter. Everybody knows. Literally everybody knows we live in a post-fact society. It doesn't matter anymore. Facts are secondary. People respond based on emotions. They do what they are. They do based on what they're told.
Well, and memes, really.
Memes, yeah. Facts don't matter. Facts don't matter. A meme.
If you can make a good meme, that's what matters now.
Memes spread like viruses. Huh. Facts really
it's just
don't
whatever
matter.
The comfortable truth is, and that's why everybody's clean out supermarkets and all that other stuff. It's much more comfortable to believe it's just a flu, it's just this, it's not a big deal. Anything bad happening isn't a huge deal when it's happened to me. Something bad happened to somebody else, though, oh, they're completely screwed. It's just you just sell people the easiest idea to get to the goal to where they want to be, which is comfort, and they'll just chomp into it. Always been that way, but now everybody has a cell phone in their pocket. Everybody's connected. Everybody can talk. And they just flayed each other all over and over. It doesn't matter if it's the truth or not. Like what was said earlier, if Donald Trump came out and said the truth, a lot of people would probably be like, oh, fuck that guy anyways. Even if he told you like the exact thing that you needed to do.
It doesn't matter what he says, and Don Lemon just admitted to that. He just said, he never tells the truth. It's always lies. Why does he even bother talking? Because he has a platform to talk. And if you're going to respond if your platform in response is Trump is a liar, he never says anything truthful. If it's Trump is a piece of shit, we have to beat Trump at all costs. If all your viewpoint is destroying Trump, then you have no fucking legs to stand on once he's gone. You need to give us something to hold on to so that we know when Trump's gone that you're going to do anything better. I can't get behind Biden because he's like, let's get Trump out of here. I'm the guy to do it. What the fuck are you going to do afterwards? Oh, same shit Trump's doing.
I honestly think Biden is more unelectable than Hillary, honestly.
I think so,
I'm not
too.
a Hillary fan either, but I honestly think Joe Biden is more unelectable, and he's certainly less qualified. I'll say it. You know, maybe she's killed a few people.
Hey, you got to crack a couple eggs to make an omelet.
But she is more qualified. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I would trust Hillary with the ability with the murder button. What's the nuclear bomb button? The red button, the doomsday button. I trust Hillary with the doomsday button over Joe Biden.
She's been very good with it so far.
Yeah. And I'm not just saying that because I don't want to get a Hillary neck tattoo.
I'm just trying to tell you that I thought his tone tonight was good. So he had to clarify something, okay? 98% of what he did was good. And what we wanted was a seriousness out of the president to tell people that things are not good and they're probably going to get worse. And I'm not saying this is going to disappear or go away. This is very serious stuff. Now, if you got to clarify, are you still going to let products come into the country? I wish it didn't have to do it, but it doesn't take away from what I thought was the seriousness of the matter, because we all have to understand how serious it is. And I'm not deflecting or running away. What I am telling you is there is so much time spent on what we haven't done, and we can go back and do that. And I'm glad to come on here and talk about what we didn't do. But what I want to talk about now is what are we...
All right, yeah, okay. We've seen the good
blah,
parts.
blah,
of this.
blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. All right.
Fill time. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, it was an interesting discussion about two people that don't like each other, I guess. It seemed like it was more of a personal issue between the two guys.
Well, it's CNN. It's always personal against Trump, and somehow it's always personal against Bernie as well.
Yes, absolutely.
What a nice news network. They could be informing people how to protect themselves, but we're just gonna have this old guy and this slightly younger guy argue with each other for 5 minutes.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna call Trump out for his infactual commentaries, give us the facts in the same breath. That's all I want. I want to know what you're
Flex on
offering.
him, man. Make him look stupid and be like, well, look, we got the facts over here, and the president, he don't know shit, but here you go. Here's everything you need to know. Because instead, it's just like, well, the president wasn't right, and I hate him.
There are people who will listen just because you say the president was wrong. They want to hear that. They want to hear the president was wrong. So please feed them a little nutritional value in that as well. Don't just give them the Twinkie with the cream. Give them the fucking broccoli next to that sumbitch. Give them a full course meal. Give them some valuable information to take away too, not just that junk food media. But I guess, that's not important because it's not important for Trump to be factual either. It's literally not. Talk. Everything's an echo chamber. YouTube, the news, everything. I try and make people laugh, so at least when we're echo chambering your thoughts, you get a little giggle out of it, maybe a little belch fart or something.
Honestly,
while
though,
you laugh.
really, with how much Trump is on Twitter, I don't know if you guys notice how much he tweets, but really, how could he be doing anything but besides just tweeting on Twitter? I really think that's what he really does most days, to be quite honest, because, my job isn't anywhere near as important as the president or whatever, my job, quote. But I just can't even tweet that much. I don't have time. So I'm just like, how does the president have time to tweet so much?
I imagine the White House is pretty much running itself, and he's just like there tweeting, and they're like, okay, is this cool? Can this go? He's like, yeah, I like that. Let's go. Let's go.
It's like a good way to keep him entertained. They're just like, just let him do his tweeting. It's best this way.
Yeah. Like, yeah, he just threatened North Korea with a nuclear missile over Twitter, but it's fine. Like, he's staying out of our way. At least we're able to get the catering in from McDonald's tonight for the high school boys. They got a table full of Mickey D's and Taco Bell. No, there was no Taco Bell, huh? The Taco Bell was mysteriously missing from that banquet dinner.
I love all the planning and everything everybody's talking about, but everybody still eats fast food. They're still going to the grocery store to get what they want. They're still doing all these things to where when these people get sick, they don't get a week off. They're not going to get any time off. And if they are sick, they're going to fake it so they can go up there and get their paycheck. So... And even rich people depend on these services. No matter how rich you are, I saw Mitt Romney buying Cheerios from a Walmart that one time. That one picture made me laugh. And it was just nice. It wasn't anything mean or anything. It's just like, hey, look, he's buying Cheerios at a Walmart. What do you know? But yeah, you think the guy stocking your Cheerios is going to take a week off because he's got the sniffles? No, he's going to show up, and you're going to get corona on your stuff if you touch him or whatever. Yeah, you got it. So they're all vulnerable to it, especially the old people, and they're the people who seem to be most afraid. And
I think some of these companies might get pressured to close, like non-essential companies, for a little while, and then at that point, they're either going to have to pay those people for the time off or pay them unemployment.
I saw all new people today at my Chipotle. It was very interesting.
I got coronas right now.
Oh, God.
Actually, I have seasonal allergies year round.
That's not really seasonal then.
Okay. Well, I have there's seasons for what I'm allergic to.
Okay, so you have year-round allergies.
That's exactly what I tell my employees. Be like, it's just seasonal. I got my allergies.
Have you guys thought, though, about how, you might, in your area, since you're really affected by coronavirus, right, you might get free Pornhub Premium.
Oh, really?
That's just something to think about.
Yeah, they gave it to Italy. Italy's like closed off, so Pornhub's like free porn for Italy. And did you know, if you masturbate at least once a day, it increases your white blood cell count.
Well, then I should have my white blood cells.
Did you hear about what Discord was doing because of the virus? They allow voice chat screen share to have up to 50 now. So they made it 5 times.
I saw that.
Yeah. It's exciting.
It's nice. It's good to be in computers right now. I'll say that. Digital communication. It's the future, especially if everybody ends up having a deadly illness like Spanish influenza style.
The future is
don't go
harvesting
outside
algae
kind of thing. Everybody's going to be online then.
The future is harvesting algae out of bucket farms because the algae can survive a nuclear holocaust and you can eat the algae. That's the future.
I want to watch something that or actually we should probably read the Streamlabs first. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching right now, please like the stream. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and click the bell and all that fun stuff. We do 3 shows a week. You don't want to miss them. They're all wonderful.
They're beautiful.
Sweet.
They're wonderful. You don't want to miss them. Goddess pretends that if I'm going to catch something, it might as well be an episode of DP. Here's some cheddar, my neighbors. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's 666. Wunitu says, here in Colorado, we have a drive-through test that is free if you have a doctor's note saying, yeah, this guy might have corona. That's awesome. Goose Juice says, happy 67th birthday to the legendary Ron Jeremy. Corona shall not take him. Ron Jeremy is a very interesting fellow. Very interesting fellow. The fact that his massive porn star dong is now like a spongy hedgehog thing.
Wait, what?
His dick is just like, because it takes so much blood. It's like, I heard everybody I know who's fucked with Ron Jeremy, his dick is like a sponge. It's like a spongy monster.
Is it really big? I actually have never seen it.
He's got a big old Loch Ness monster. Speaking of that, there's that 350 from Loch Ness Monster. Thank you. Yeah, he's got a big old dong. Ron Jeremy was the porn star legend. And in time, I guess like the word is his dick is like kind of like a spongy Johnson. But
I don't want to Google Ron Jeremy's dick.
He still
I just never went looking for it. Like Casey up there, it's not like, oh, he's got a big dick. I better go look this up.
It's a mighty member.
No, I'm like, honestly, I just don't even want to see it.
Red Beta says, with both Kaceytron and Hellbent having green screen, it makes me look like they're at the same location. Have something to admit?
We are.
Yeah,
they're hunkered down.
Well, we're in the bunker. This is the YouTube bunker. And what can we say? You got us. Susan Wojcicki has been piling us all up, putting us into this industry. It's better than being outside right now.
Yeah.
So please pray for us.
Rot Feast Tenders says, what the fuck? Where am I? How did I get here? Alagas says, coronavirus-free entertainment. Juggalo V says, next art goal for Monty is to draw Shani Andrev. Nasty man. I think that gets us up there on the Streamlabs. And with the super chats, we have Jack DeMac saying, hello there. If you're reading this, you all now have corona. Hate to be the one to tell you, but you're all now infected, except Hellbent. He's lit. Grody,
I smoke marijuana every day and it improves your immune system.
That's true. And it makes
that's misinformation. I'm sorry, that's a lie.
I've got enough white blood cells for 10 people.
Marijuana makes your cough socially acceptable too, because they just think it's a chronic cough. So you're like, yeah, no, it's just the Crohn's, dude. Like, oh yeah, of course it's chronic. Fine, yeah. Nobody.
This guy's just dank. He ain't sick.
Grody Grunges says, I still think China's covering up their part in the virus's origin. China.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Forever Lotus says, nerds will survive the corona apocalypse because introverts and processed shelf-stable food. Interesting. Slain Hope says, I've smoked weed with homeless dudes in Venice Beach and y'all worried about your homeboys passing the bug? Let's all just get sick together and end this BS in 2 weeks flat. Hashtag thin the herd. Thin the herd. Yeah,
I too have smoked weed with homeless at Venice Beach.
Yeah.
Venice Beach, Missouri.
Do a little homeless.
Famous oceanside view of Missouri.
Yep.
That catches us up on the Streamlabs and Super Chats. Thank you guys for your constant support of the show.
It's good to see you, Grody. I know Grody. He's a good guy.
I wanted to play this thing that I saw because there was a guy who used to be on our show a lot, JF Gariepi, Dr. JF, Jean-Francois Gariepi.
Jean-Francois.
Yeah, he used to be on our show a lot back in the day before he came out about his views about race realism and ethnostatism. And
it always goes well on YouTube.
Right. And CBS did a documentary and JF is in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got to play the intro first.
Excellent.
Shaddy, yeah, you tell him, Shaddy.
You know, The very first episode, thank you. The very first episode I was ever on, I remember you playing the crazy people intro, and I was like, "Who are all these people?" And now I look at it, and I'm like, "I know all these people."
Yeah,
I know
they're
all
like
these people.
They're like Pokemon.
Yeah,
you got to.
I'd say they're more like cartoon characters, but Pokemon works too.
Oh my god, that screen grab.
So, I skipped to the part where they talk about how they looked for alt-right people to interview, and people freaked. Like Nick Fuentes was telling everybody not to talk to CBS.
The YouTubers began to tweet out our interview requests to their followers, and were then bombarded by a lot of their followers urging them not to talk to us.
It's a trap.
So,
who agreed
After
to
my
do it?
producer's email was posted, he began receiving a number of emails from the YouTuber supporters.
That's all that said.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, yeah, they're publishing it.
CBS News Originals. Whoa.
You have to treat journalists like okay? You have to.
Oh, home of the Jeff Garabet.
Tell me she shows up. Oh, yes. Yes.
Hello. Hi. After rejections from
Mama JF,
more than a dozen
Mama JF.
Oh,
This is the best day of my life.
It's like the start of a horror movie.
I don't want you to be disappointed. This is all we see of Mama JF in this documentary right here.
Really?
Yeah.
Then I'll savor this moment.
prominent far-right YouTubers. We were able to sit
Look at
down
him.
with French-Canadian neuroscientist Jean-François Garippe, known as JF by his followers.
Lots of hate against you.
What's that?
There's lots of hate against you in my spheres.
Yeah.
Because you seem to be on a quest of documenting YouTubers,
Why
and
does
they don't
his
like it.
movement sound like he has wearing a diaper? Can you hear like that diaper noise in the
Oh
background?
yeah.
Yeah, kind of a little crinkling going on.
There's like a diaper crinkle. I hope it's just like he forgot to take the collar out of his shirt and it's like crinkling as he moves the microphone, but
I don't know why it looks like someone punched him in one of his eyes. It looks like one of his eyes.
Mama
is
JF
almost-
probably caught him with a right hook.
Oh, damn. Right hook from Mama JF.
Must be them genetics, you know.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the public space for this important episode. Lots of
JF's YouTube page is classified as a white nationalist channel by the Anti-Defamation League, and often features far-right guests such as Richard Spencer and David Duke.
So my
Why does David Duke look like Onision's dad?
He does.
He does.
Dude, maybe he is.
Maybe, dude.
Maybe he is.
goal is to produce good media.
That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
He does.
I don't fucking
The Anti-Defamation
snort
League,
too much for that guy.
and often features far-right guests such as Richard Spencer and David.
Uh-oh, bro. Looks like Onision and Chris Hansen did the fusion dance.
Chris Hansen.
David Duke.
So my goal is to produce good media that people enjoy. To me, what I want to create is an experience.
It looks like the buttons are about to like burst off of his shirt right there.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, dude, I've
Like
been there.
when the
I'm
holes
just
in
an
between your
XL.
buttons are like all stretched open like that.
I've been there. He probably looks really good standing up, though. Like, really good standing up.
Yeah, dude, I know what it's like to have a gut, and like when you sit down, your gut gets like twice as big.
Get a little punch bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In people's brain, that they are seeing something unique that they wouldn't have gotten elsewhere, that brings their mind elsewhere. There's lots of people who are feeling that our societies are becoming increasingly hostile to white interest, to male interest.
When you talk about
This
hostility
guy's head's
toward
tiny. Or he's huge.
You're right.
Yeah, it looks like he's got some muscle. Like he looks like he's got some muscle.
I like how out of
He's
shape
definitely
nerds.
strong, but look at that shoulder length. Either his head is like twice as small as it needs to be, or he's got
He's
like the
built.
skeleton of a giant.
No, he's literally just built. He's just jacked. Like
Yeah, it
we're
makes
out
his
of
head
shape.
look small.
We're out of shape, so we're like, oh man, that guy's head's tiny because we're not factoring in that he's just ripped for his body.
It makes his head look small.
Yeah, because you can't work out muscles on your head, right?
Not really. No.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
not making fun of him. I think it looks cool.
Well,
I wish my head was tiny like that.
It's not. His head's not tiny. His body is big.
You know what? If he
tiny.
worked out his neck and got like one of those thick ass bodybuilder necks, then his head would look even smaller.
Yeah, like Brock Lesnar's got one of those necks that just looks like he could do a headstand on his own head off a building and be fine, bounce up like a pogo stick. Fuck it.
Okay, but look at the size of his head compared to that lamp. It's like 10
when
feet
you talk
behind
about
him.
hostility towards men.
Now that's a good size head. That's the type of head that you want on a body.
That is it.
There's a good head to shoulder ratio.
Not this tiny SJW cucks head in the corner.
Characterizations is, oh, you're anti-woman, you're anti-race, you're racist, you're anti-Semitic. How do you respond to all those characterizations?
Well, to that I say, I'm not claiming that I should have power over other sexes or other races. I'm just claiming a little space of the world where we can think freely.
I just would like it if the state of Texas would allow me to have sex with who I want to have sex with.
Oh, yeah.
How long has this guy been speaking English?
I mean,
a long time. Well, I mean, he's from Canada, so he probably speaks English as a second language.
Still, like I got lots of Mexican friends that do fine with both languages. What's this guy's excuse?
Well, he probably didn't have to try.
Right.
He's just lazily through things, expecting the world to give things to him because he's a pale-faced fucking college kid. I don't know. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor.
Well, he should take another English course.
Well, he doesn't need it, right? He's pretty much willing to shuffle off this current plane of existence.
He had a relationship with a woman from Texas that, even though she was over 18, was found mentally incapable of taking care of herself. So the court took her away from him.
Yeah. Do you know how hard it is to find somebody in Texas that is legally too dumb to fuck?
And and in the court documents, they talk about how the girl was a Drunken Peasants fan and she met JF through him being on the Drunken Peasants.
Love connection.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yes, I
Why
read
do
through
you guys just have so much weird shit happen to you?
Yeah.
It's because you just always affiliate yourselves with these fucking weirdos. That's
Yeah.
why. These psychopaths, you're like, oh, they're fucking weird as fuck. Get them on the show.
Yep.
I don't know. They start off like halfway weird, and then later down the line, you find out they got like a basement full of dead kids or something. And it's like, oh, Jesus, he was way worse than we thought.
Yes. I mean, he was just a scientist that used to come on and talk about evolution and atheism and that sort of stuff. He didn't tell us about this sort of stuff until recently.
Yeah, he didn't bring up his ethno-state ideals until
Like
the state
2
of
years
Texas
ago.
took away his baby bird, his lovely little bird. Then he went and found another bird up north in Canada where you're more freely able to love the birds you love. His little singing canary, his spray painting queen bee.
Determines how much money I make is how
Let's see
much
if we
of
know
my
anybody in
audience
the
is
chat.
willing to pay
there's any
$5
crossover.
tonight for what I'm going to say. And so my incentives are all into satisfying people and providing them with a view that they wouldn't hear elsewhere.
Do you worry that there are prominent voices online who peddle outrage because there's money to be made, and that they could be creating the next incident, the next violent incident?
On every fucking side. That's a business. It's an echo chamber. This is every possible angle you can drum up concern for. You create the problem and profit from the solution. This has been happening in the world forever. Snake oil salesmen online. This is the pattern for success. Surprise, motherfucker. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it's always been.
Even if you had 99% of the people telling the God honest truth, everything you need to hear, the best of the best information, and 1% is feeding you a line of bullshit that's very easy to digest and feel safe and all that, They're going to just shrug off the 99% listen to the person who's telling them what they want to hear. It's just the business of entertainment. I don't listen to a comedian who makes jokes that aren't funny. But if 99% of those people think it's funny, well, that's what's going to be on TV, whether I like it or not.
Oh, God.
Well, I think that there could be such voices, but I'm not sure that scientifically we've reached a case that violent incidents were caused by speech. On the other hand, there are more underground websites that may be seen as cultures favoring violence, and 4chan is one of them.
Countries. That's why we need slug.com.
Slug.com, you say?
That's why we need slug.com.
What is slug.com?
Slug.com is a place where you can talk about these ideals using methods proven to boister conversation, not stifle it, not turn it into a pissing contest, but an actual battle of wits, meeting of the minds. That's what we need.
Okay.
We need that. In today's culture, we don't need to distance ourselves from our enemy. We need to bring ourselves closer to them.
You know, our next show, speaking of which, has Ethan, Ralph, and Vosh on it.
Lit.
What do you think those guys have in common?
They love to play spin the bottle.
With each other?
No.
Oh.
With their buddy pals, with their friends, not with each other.
Spin the bottle.
Maybe I'm wrong about
some
that.
of the people who come onto your site, that they could be dangerous or they could be too extreme.
I am not nervous, but I'm careful. I'm being careful. There can be people who are intending violence and want to use my movement and grab the flag and say, I did it for JF. I'm making it clear publicly that I'm not for violence, and that if you do that kind of stuff, it's not only going to hurt you, you're going to end up in jail, but you're going to hurt other people and our movement.
And that's why when I saw Mama JF spray painting the police building, I took her under my care and I told her no more spray paint. All you do is give me the suck and I'll give you the roof over your head. Perfect trade.
The Zuck. All right. What do we have next here? I wasn't going to play any more of this.
Hold up. What's this woman's name?
I don't know.
Let's hit a play button for 1 second. Marilyn Mayonnaise!
No!
Mayo! It's Marilyn Mayo! Get off of my man! Get off of my kingy mayonnaise! No!
Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. I wasn't ready. All right, here we go.
Leave my kingy alone, Marilyn Mayonnaise!
Hey! What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking turd? Shut the fuck up, bitch!
You can't call me a turd!
You
call me a
are
turd.
a fucking turd, bitch!
I am not a turd! This sucks. That was the worst ever. I don't know how they got in here.
Get out of here!
Oh, man. All right.
Shanny for Christ should change your name to Shanny for God's sake. Shut the fuck up, woman.
There was this guy that we used to make fun of all the time back in the day on the show, and we called him Kinky Joe. I think his real name was like Joe Jinky or something dumb like that, but we called him Kinky Joe instead. And he was skeptical of the like school shootings that happened. You know, yeah. He was
one of those kinds.
Yeah. He said it was like a false flag.
I think I remember
crisis
this guy.
actors and stuff.
Holograms.
Right. So this is I guess a fairly recent video where he gets pissed off because he got kicked off of a dating site.
Oh God.
Oh, please play it.
Well, I signed up for this organization called Silver Singles. It's an online, dating matching site like so many others. Our Time and Elite Singles and all this other stuff.
No, I don't know. I don't go to those websites. I'm not that lonely.
And I thought, well, okay,
This guy made a video a long time ago about how he was driving his semi-truck and some girl pulled up next to him and flashed her boobies and drove away. And he's like, yeah, I really liked it. Like,
He probably still talks about it too.
Yeah.
If he had to make a YouTube video about it, it had to be like a huge highlight in his life.
Guys, 7 years ago, this lady flashed her titties at me. Can you believe it? I saw tit. Have you guys seen tit? I saw it 7 years ago.
But everybody's got to have at least one titty flash story they hold on to, right? You got to have.
Man, I got a lot that I wish I could throw away, Billy.
I'll spend the money.
Yeah, but you got to have one you hold on to.
6 months. And I'll set up a profile with a photo or two, and I'll answer all of their questions and do all of their scientific computer matching and all this other stuff. And so I put this in here, how I describe myself. And I said, dealing with life as it comes.
This is how he describes himself. This is ridiculous.
Dealing with life as it comes.
I believe it's time to add a soulmate to my daily life to spice things up a bit. I'm spontaneous, sincere, with a good sense of humor. I'm very conservative. So if Obama or Hillary do it for you, kindly move along. Always smoke, alcohol, drug, kid, and STD free, and that's the way I like it. Now, that was rejected by Silver Singles.
Well, because you sound like an elderly Christian.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello, nice ladies.
No idea why they would reject that.
Do you think that he would fuck me though? Like honestly, like even though I go against all of those things and I smoke and I'm an SJW.
Yeah.
Do you think that he would still fuck me?
100%.
He would
He'd hold on to
brag
that.
about it, and
Yeah.
probably not even able to get
He'd
it
make a
halfway
video
up.
and be like, remember that time that woman flashed me? I've forgotten all about it. I just fucked
I
Kaceytron.
Yeah.
And then
did
you'd
my
be
work
like-
and got vaginas on the February. It was
Should I
great.
message him?
Go give the Kinky Joe a
Just
little
be like,
stinky hoe.
hey, let me tell you.
Do it. Slide in
I'm
the
an
DMs.
I wish I knew
I love Hillary
his channel
Clinton.
name.
Send him.
Oh my God.
So
Send him
attracted to you.
Send him a little sultry picture wearing like a Joe Biden hat or something.
Yeah.
See what happens.
You won't
See
believe
what
it, guys. This babe's been sending me pictures of her tit. I seen a tit again.
Have like a cigarette.
But SJW bitch.
Have a bottle of alcohol in your hand and a kid in your lap, just so he knows. Maybe draw on a little cold sore on your lip, so he knows.
A positive STD test.
Yeah, no, that cold sore is good enough. I think.
Okay.
Just a little red
Just say you
fucking
tested
volcano.
positive for corona and see if he'll put his elderly life at risk just for a titty.
Dude.
I'm perfectly honest. I'm very conservative. So why would I date a woman who wants to spend all day long talking about how much more wonderful the country would be if Hillary Clinton was president?
Well,
Why
my
would I
guy,
want to
they didn't reject this because of anything you said. They rejected this because they have an interest in you getting laid, and they just don't think this is going to work.
Right.
date a woman who wants to spend all day talking about all the magnificent things that Barack Obama did for the country while I pay 8 times my previous health care insurance premium? So, I didn't say...
Donald Trump, 24/7.
Yeah.
It sounds like hell.
What if he saw Lady MAGA's profile?
Hot.
And just didn't
Honestly,
realize.
I bet that's what all Trump supporters want, is they want like their female companion to just be like calling them Donald as like they're fucking them and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's
The funny
honestly
thing about-
probably what they want.
The funny thing about
Yeah.
Lady
Like
MAGA is Lady
It's like,
MAGA is a drag queen. So, but maybe if he didn't read enough of the profile, he'd just be like, yeah.
Honestly, he's old and lonely. He'd probably give it a suck. He wouldn't care.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think his morals are not as high as they are. I think he holds on to them because that's all he has. I think if he had another option, he'd let go of them in a second.
Here, I didn't say, you liberals are a bunch of brain-dead, blithering idiots who should be thrown into a meat grinder. What I said is, if Obama or Hillary do it for you, kindly move along. That means have a nice life. Would you, always smoke, alcohol, drug, kid, and STD?
He got dumped by a website before he could even get someone to dump
Not
him.
just any website,
Silver Singles. What the fuck is that?
It's for
I've
old
heard
people.
of eHarmony and
It's for old people, silver-haired foxes.
Yeah, it's an elderly dating website. It's a specialty website for old people to date, and even said, even for old people, you're creepy.
Yeah.
Be free, and that's the way I like it. Okay. So STD free, I'm telling people I don't have herpes or AIDS or condyloma or gonorrhea or any of those horrible sexually transmitted diseases.
Okay.
I'm glad he named condyloma.
And I want to keep it.
I was worried he left that off the list.
That's an underrepresented STD, right?
Yeah.
Even crabs gets more recognition, and it's just infestation of lice.
Yeah. That's all that is infestation of lice.
In your
who
pubes.
cares? Yeah, who cares? It's just an infestation of lice in your pubes.
In your pubes.
Yeah, why is that getting more fucking play than condyloma?
I don't know.
What the hell, man? All it is a little all-you-can-eat buffet of fucking insects in your genitals.
Awareness.
Thank you.
Should that be our big cause that we take up? We can have a fundraiser for awareness of that horrible illness.
I think, forget a fundraiser, we should go out and catch it, and then we should document. I'm searching for condyloma,
document.
and I got Condoleezza Rice, so I'm not sure. So condyloma is just genital warts? That's all that is?
I mean, how see the fact that you didn't know that's what that was?
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm like, what the
volumes.
fuck is condyloma? Now, because
condyloma rice?
I didn't see condyloma rice. I didn't say I had genital warts. Like, I would have understood that. Like, now I know. Like, that's why you call it condyloma. Because you had a genital wart scare.
It
my
sounds
dating
like a nasty
profile. I do not have ball warts, and I hate Hillary Clinton. Suck my pecker. Why'd you reject me?
More than 3 million U.S. cases per year of condyloma. By having unprotected vaginal, anal, or oral sex, including skin-to-skin contact of handshakes or hugs, can spread condyloma.
That way.
Yeah,
My
now all
friends.
STDs are spread through sex, and this guy's like, "Oh, I don't got none of the STDs." So it's basically saying, "I am lonely, and I hate people who aren't lonely. I am bitter."
There are people out there with herpes and AIDS and other, condyloma and other incurable
HPV is the
sexually
virus that
transmitted
causes
diseases
the warts.
who think
and that doesn't go away.
nothing
The warts do.
of having sex with somebody and transferring that disease.
I remember in school, because I went to a Catholic school, they showed us what all the different VDs look like extreme cases of them in health class to like scare the shit out of us. You know, like how nasty some shit would look with, giant warts growing out of it.
To them
Pretty bad.
in some twisted mind screw that says, "Oh, now you're mine because you share my disease." It's happened.
What?
I know someone.
He's talking about bug chasers, right?
No, he's talking about people who give a disease to somebody and then say, "Now that I've given you my disease, you're mine because nobody else is going to want you now that I've given you."
Sick shit.
It's not a bug chaser, it's a bug fucking dealer.
Dealer.
I got you now. I got you. Instead of a wedding ring, I got you herpes.
Right.
Congratulations, sweetheart.
That's the gift that keeps on giving.
And 2.
I'm going to give you a yuck bump.
So I put in there STD free, and that's the way I like it. Okay. Which means if you have herpes or AIDS or condyloma or syphilis or gonorrhea or any of the other
anyone
diseases,
who has
So I guess I'm out.
anyone who has active AIDS isn't on a dating site, okay?
Especially not for the elderly.
That humanity liberally spreads around, stay away from me. That's not. But Silver Singles rejected it.
I doubt. Like, you don't even have to put what you don't like. All right, just leave that part out, and then weed them out if anyone's interested. Putting that in there guarantees no one's interested. You sound like an asshole.
Half of his sales pitch is "I hate you."
Yeah.
Right.
It's not really a good lure, man. Like, maybe say, "Hey, I like walks through the forest, and I think my favorite flower might be daffodils. And also, I fucking hate Obama. I fucking hate him."
I love the type of guy.
Do you see the thing he wrote in reply to this at the bottom?
I love the type of guy that uses Notepad to craft his emails before he sends them. Like, he's probably typed out a big ass email in the little submit box, and then his internet capped out or something and it didn't send, so he lost everything he typed out. So now he's just like, "I'm not doing that again. I'm typing everything in Notepad."
That's ridiculous. Like, Gmail saves a draft no matter what.
He's probably using the submit box in the site.
He's still using Hotmail.
He's got hot
Here's
male
my
tendencies.
dating profile. Draft number 98. I cut out all the nice things and just started shitting on everybody. This will get me pussy.
Rejected. Apparently, honesty is not allowed here. My first description of myself was rejected by Silver Singles. Why? Because I'm quite candid about my conservative political views. I do not walk on eggshells. If telling it like it is and politely including crucial details about myself that will help prevent a woman who leans to the far left from wasting my time cannot be included here, please cancel my membership and refund my money as soon as possible. Thanks. He paid for this shit.
Refunds.
My dude paid for this shit. My dude was like, you know, I'm so fucking lonely, I'm going to give somebody $35 for them to tell me I'm a crusty piece of shit. Worth it.
Oh, guess what? You're going to love this video, Billy.
Oh.
You're going to love this. It's
meetspin.com?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I love that website.
It's the wife of Jesus Christ.
Which one?
Ha ha ha. Guess.
Is it Tila?
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Oh, shit.
Nice. Good one. Oh.
I thought it. I don't know why it didn't download the whole video.
I love it, Ben.
I'm just going to grab it. Hold on.
Right. I do love it.
Hold on. I have to get it.
I like how she's going back to her glamorous self. Something tells me she's had...
I don't know why it only downloaded the last few seconds of it.
I know why. I wanted us to see this little puppy and all her dirty fucking crusty panties.
Adorable. I do like the puppy.
I'm glad that her bedroom has a linoleum floor because you know it's got some gross fucking messes in there. She needs to mop that sumbitch up once a week.
Guy.
Oh, hi, Tila.
I'll grab it here.
You can't hide forever. Ben's on the case.
Is this an outside or an inside? Now I'm confused. I feel like that's a bed there.
She's got like a bed on her patio.
Because it's patio furniture, but she also, I wouldn't put it above her to have patio furniture indoor. Is this her praising the Lord for coronavirus?
It's praise the Lord for coronavirus.
Oh,
yes.
Tia.
Sure, fuck it. Why not?
Beauty queen. So I whispered because I was taking a nap. Look at my new dress.
Oh my God.
I like this new dress.
Cute.
This is for the clips.
Cute.
Praise the Lord for coronavirus, guys. I got my new Chucks today too. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
somebody bought her Chucks.
She's got sugar daddies that send her stuff,
as she should.
She was asking like the landscaper. Remember,
buy her
like,
some Chucks.
Cute.
Yeah.
So, hey,
Some dudes like
Colin.
them trashy. What can I say?
Here's my necklace. Hey guys, you like my necklace? I just got a new necklace. It's cute,
Glad
right,
you're showing
guys?
off the necklace now
My
too.
new dress.
The dress was really nice.
I need to do something like this, honestly.
I mean,
exactly.
Just
making money.
Act like you've lost your mind and make videos like this. That's all you need. That's,
I need some
that's
new
a
Chucks.
new genre. Like you can still do the gaming on the side, but this is like a new genre.
This is
Just
the expert
Just tweak the contrast, put on a wig, and then put on a fake voice, and just make a completely different person.
No,
And you can just do that on the side, and then
do
nobody would be
you
the
and
wiser.
show
'cause they're
off
just staring at your
dresses.
tits anyways, right?
True.
It's not true. They're staring at the new dress or the
I
necklace.
just got
That's
a new
all.
TV. Father God, just bro, stop repeating yourself. It's not J Cup, nigga.
Shout out to
Let's just
IP2.
admire these beauties. Wow. Uh-oh.
What's wrong with this lady?
Whoops.
Yeah, thank God for coronavirus.
Buoyancy. So, Father God just got me a new TV. I'm waiting for my daddy to come over. Not my earth dad. I don't call him daddy, obviously. I just call him dad. But, so when I say daddy, it's obviously someone else. So, I'm waiting for daddy to come over because I don't know how to do all this. So, excuse me. But daddy just bought me another TV and more dresses.
She's evil, man.
And
what do you mean
so many
Yeah,
dresses.
this lady's
I have
spooky.
enough dresses to cover me for the.
Do you know who she is?
no idea, but it didn't take more than like 60 seconds of her talking for me to go, oh yeah, I've seen ladies like this at the bar before.
Do you remember?
She's at work.
Do you remember Tila Tequila back in the early 2000s?
I saw commercials for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Shot at Love, is that was her her show?
Yeah. It's her.
She was MySpace top 8. Everybody's MySpace top 8 for a couple years.
The whole
I
rest
thought
of
she
the
was
year,
awful on MTV or whatever, but she's gotten worse.
Oh yeah. The last thing she
Or
needed was
better, depending on how you look at it.
Well, you know, like I said, some dudes like them trashy, right?
I
That's
definitely
like a
wasn't
thing.
watching her when she was on VH1, so now I'm here.
It's just all over the place.
She got fired from Big Brother UK for wearing a Nazi uniform at some event. Like a photo of it came around, and she got fired from it.
Another package came in today. I got my new chugs. Ooh, cute. Look, it has a heart on it and everything. So cute. Ooh, hey, schoolgirl, what are you doing? I'm just playing around. Oh, it has love on it. So cute.
Wow,
Those are cute chucks.
So cute.
Yeah, of course she's insane. That's why we like her.
Hey, schoolgirl.
This
Oh,
like
so my little dog.
this like past
Hey,
cutie talk to like
So,
schizophrenic talk. Like
No, she's actually
real
dialed
hard.
it back a little bit.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
is tame
guys.
tequila.
Thanks for tuning in. I got fixed my necklace. Fixed my shirt. Hey,
come here.
guys.
Did she mean to edit this and she just forgot
Super.
to? Because
No.
she keeps
Like-
introducing herself.
This is probably an IRL.
There's a certain level of crazy where editing is not an option. There's a certain level of crazy people where the editing function does not work. It's press and play and talk and get bored and then you turn off the camera. That's the style of content. You see it from Shani and Rev. You see it from Brett and Von Helton. Von Helton somehow edits the intros and shit into his videos, but not the actual content of his video. It's ridiculous.
There was a period all of last year, Tila didn't wear any makeup, and she dressed very conservative and talked like...
And she like tried to control the clouds and stare into the sun. She had her baby daughter staring directly into the sunlight because that's how you praise God.
Glory
is
to
through
gods.
Glory to God. And the baby's eyes were fucking burning. So she has actually cleaned up a little bit. I'm glad she's embracing her inner e-girl and getting a pair of fucking shoes out of this at least. Get it.
Innocent looking, like, hey, hello, officer. I'm just baking some cookies.
Yeah, there's like a cop in her neighborhood that I think she's been messing around with because she keeps talking about it in a lot of her
Would you like
videos.
some? Well, I'm making shepherd's pie today because I really can cook, guys. I really can.
She does this weird laugh too, where she's like it's...
Yeah, it's a next level psychopathic laugh.
Yeah.
My exes will tell you, like, she could cook. It's just that I haven't really had anyone to cook for. It's just me and the girls, but, you know, and they don't eat, like, big portions. So I stopped making, like,
Because
big
they're
portions,
imaginary,
like
right?
rotisserie and,
The
like...
kids are there.
She has 2 kids.
I don't know who takes care of them. I think the kids have learned to fend for themselves. It's like an episode
The one
of
is a
Rugrats.
baby. The one cannot fend for itself. The other one's like 5
You know
or
it's an
6.
episode of Rugrats, and these kids are on the edge of like dying every episode.
Oh my god!
You know it though.
I haven't been concerned about crazy folks you guys have shown ever since I like guested here, but this person's genuinely concerning.
It's okay. God's her fucking father. She's dating Jesus.
At least she has friends in high
Jesus is
places, I
daddy.
guess.
Yeah.
You know, big meals because Annabelle obviously won't eat like big meals right now. Like as far as like adult,
Yeah, 'cause she's a
kind
baby.
Of food. Like
Because
she ain't gonna eat no
she's
big ass steak.
What?
Yeah.
And
Here, have a
I
steak.
tried to
Well,
feed her a
brother.
big ass steak, but she was being picky.
Threw a bunch of Slim Jims in the baby carriage, and she can't even open them up. What a dumbass.
we'll eat some, but just small kid toddler portions, and then it's just me.
There are some videos where she's basically telling them to shut up so she can record a video too. It's kind of weird.
So I used to have to like waste it all the time, but maybe now, you know, I could cook and give some to the police officer. Hey, would you like some shepherd's pie? I
Oh
made
my
you
God.
some. And so
This is like
chocolate
how a
chip-
murderer talks. She sounds like some like Black Widow lady who marries dudes and kills them speaks.
Oh no, but she's way worse than this in a lot of the other videos. The thing I find interesting here is she's really putting those titties out. She never did that before. Like in her most recent videos.
And that's how she's hit.
Yeah, but what's changed? She got those chucks. She was thirsting for those chucks. She got the chucks. She got a
All
dress.
it
She
took
got a
was
necklace.
one Did she get a new pair of apartment, chucks,
She got a
too?
TV. Yeah. She's
Good
putting
camera work.
She knows these titties are going to get her even more shit. She's about to come up. She's going to have a yacht by the end of the
She
year.
ended up getting on IP2, and then after that, I noticed like she changed. She started wearing makeup all the time
Yeah.
again.
She took some of Blade's fucking donos. She took some of the toe donos away from Only Using Me Blade. Yeah. She's
Cookies,
like, you
we
guys
made
want to pay
something-
for that toe? Pay for these tatas.
Vanilla strawberry cake if you want some. Oh, okay. Well, I have some extra ones if you would like extra serving. I have some. You come inside. He said he wanted to see my Jesus painting because he's like, I bet he's not brown though. I'm like, actually, it is. The Jesus painting of mine is brown. I painted him brown skin. He's not white skinned. Anyways, enough about
you see
that.
that laugh? Yeah, and how she plays with her hair like a meth addict scratching their face, just like, get out of my face. I don't understand. This is, well, you know what? She's living her best life, right?
Sure, whatever. I mean, she doesn't. I feel bad for her kids, but as long as they're taken care of, I guess it's okay. You know,
Hopefully, Daddy just leaves enough money for food and just fucks off and doesn't do anything weird. Hopefully,
You can't leave money for food, my dude.
I'm pretty sure her parents have money. I don't know. I don't dig so deep into the personal lives of these people. I usually just watch their stuff and then react to what they say. But I think she's all right. I don't think there's anything too crazy going on over there. But she lives in a fantasy world.
I've got some a news update. It's a rather horrible.
What?
The coronavirus has struck Pokemon Go. The community day has been canceled. The following events. The Abra community day has been postponed.
You acted like something
I thought somebody
horrible.
was dead.
Right.
What do you mean? Community day has been postponed. It has been postponed.
It was like, fuck, it's Ozzy Osbourne.
It's
Son of a
Pokemon
bitch.
Go.
You look at you scared the fuck out of so many people watching right now.
What? I'm shocked right now. I just got word. You heard it here first, baby
Father God
girls,
told me not
baby
to talk about
boys.
my. Bro, I'm just looking out there like. So I'm gonna. Milky silky. Yeah, there's still milk in there. If y'all want some milk.
Oh,
God damn it, Tila Tequila.
Anyway, like this morning,
it's the dress, dude. Somebody got her this dress, and she's like, God damn it, I haven't seen my tits so popping in a long ass time, and she's showing everybody. She's very happy.
They're fake, right?
Who cares?
I'm just saying.
She
they are,
forgot
right?
they were there. She literally forgot
She
they were
paid
there.
for them at one point and went through the surgery, so she does
forgot-
whatever, right?
She forgot they were there.
Yeah.
She forgot that they were there after all this, the last year of her super disillusioned life, where she stopped putting on makeup, stopped putting any care into how she looks because she thought that's what God wanted. She was living in squalor, having her children run around farting, pissing, and staring into the sun, like free pissing through the house. It was like a barnyard. And then she realized, I forgot. I'm moderately attractive, and I can actually make myself look really hot to simps. And now she's going out here with season 31 of The Simpsons.
Did you see
getting
The
paid?
Simpsons?
The Simpsons.
Did you see all the crazy simping and like the fallout from the boomer Bernie girl?
Oh, I didn't see.
Oh, yeah, no, I did see that. She got like some ridiculous amount of followers, right?
She got a ridiculous amount of followers on Twitter for one viral video, and then like a week or two later, something like that, on one of her live streams, she admitted she had a boyfriend, and then her Twitter got flagged down after she did that, and it got suspended. And then after that, like now I guess it's back.
If you want a boyfriend, then we're all your boyfriend.
Well, she lost a whole bunch of followers too. Like I remember seeing the
Yes.
metrics. It was like green, green, green. Then
Why would they
red,
think
but
she doesn't have one? Is my question. Like, why?
What would it
Come
matter?
on.
How often has one of these guys gone? Well, I gave her like $1,500 and she sucked my dick. She came down and said, "I just had to reward you."
That never happens.
What, you've never given a girl $1,500 and gotten your dick sucked before?
No, those are regular prostitutes, Billy. Those aren't
You know
e-girls. Those
what?
are different things.
Those are e-girls, my dude.
It seems like the video may have been taken down from Twitter, though.
Oh, Bernie.
Yeah. I'll play it just in case. You've seen this, right?
No.
Yeah,
Dude,
this
this
is
got
agitating
so
as fuck.
popular. This was insanely popular.
Okay.
And that's it. People said it was like the perfect mix of like cringe and attractiveness at the same time.
Well, she ain't bad looking, but why did she put a toddler's voice over her own?
I don't know.
Because that's what the liberal left want to get off to.
This is a TikTok video.
Like, close your eyes and listen to it. It sounds like the Rugrats.
And it was like, I don't know. It is annoying. It is annoying.
I saw the Goonies. Stop it. Oh, what's this?
She's got a bunch of TikTok videos out there.
Oh, I need to watch more. Okay, I'm over it. Yeah, good for her. I hope she's everybody's favorite new TikToker. I don't give a shit.
But here's the thing: people started simping hardcore.
Of course they did.
Over
Internet.
her, and then she said she had a boyfriend, and she got flagged down off of Twitter and lost a bunch of followers, and then she said something about the N-word, how like it's not always bad to say the N-word.
Okay, I want to hear that take. I want to hear that.
I don't
take.
think she actually. I think it's like a post. There's like a post about it. Let me see.
So what? She said
I
it's
like
not always.
it.
So this is what happened. She did the Bernie Bro thing, got a bunch of followers, told them that she had a boyfriend, lost a bunch of followers, then told them that it's not always bad to say the N-word and gained a bunch more followers.
I don't know.
Is that what we're getting here?
Something along those lines.
That's what I'm getting here.
It's just funny seeing somebody get crazy popularity that hasn't been like kind of. Well, they get the baptism of fire of how the internet treats your personal opinions, right? Average Joe probably has at least one really controversial thing that they believe that's completely insane. Anybody out there that said it would have been like, shit canned a long time ago. So this person does a funny little cute dance. They get online and say, by the way, the N-word, not that big of a deal. It's just great. I love it.
There's already a bunch of parodies of that TikTok video, the first one I played too.
Yeah, there's like a dude doing it. I think they got the gender swap thing going on.
Of course he did.
I'm trying to find a screenshot of the. Let me see.
She said it's not okay to say the N-word.
Is that what she said?
I don't know, Ben. You're putting N-words in her mouth or words in her mouth.
Putting N-words in her mouth. I don't know if you're allowed to
Maybe
do
she
that.
did. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's like a different website.
All I know is if you want to piss off the internet, tell them you have a boyfriend. If you really want to piss them off, tell them they can't say the N-word.
Maybe
No,
I've
you
got
got
it
a
mixed
point.
up. Oh, hold on. Here it is. Here's the one. It was really hard to find. Oh shit.
We get.
Oh, Josh, get him out of here.
I don't know. It's one level of uncomfortable to say "brr" into the air, referring to men. It's another level of unacceptable to say it to someone who is actually African American. It's a weird.
I don't understand that. I'm glad I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like I might be morally right for once.
If you go to her YouTube channel, it's mostly Spanish. It's like Spanglish, actually.
Is this?
She's from
Spanglish?
Texas, or from what I understand.
All right.
I just
I love
followed
my
it because it was
local
such
friends.
a weird shit show that was going on with it. I'm like, why is this dumb video so popular? The song is so annoying.
That's why it was annoying, but there's a cute girl, so it has that like combination of ew, cringe plus
It's
like
Bernie cute, and the song is annoying.
Random video.
The song's annoying, but it's exactly what you want it to be for the boomer meme, right? Okay, boomer, and it's
If it
little
makes
kids
people
saying it.
angry, it usually picks up traction.
That's why my next song is called "Kiss Me, I Have Corona."
Young gang star flick the kill switch. Jojo, pose, pose, pose. Jojo, pose, pose.
This is what content is now.
Yeah.
This is so dumb, man.
Okay, Grandpa. Okay, boomer. Hey.
Probably shouldn't be giving shit to you since I lost over 4 G's in stocks in the last 3 days.
Oh,
But
I
on
know
the flip
about it.
side, I'm finally going home after 4 months. Yay.
Welcome
fuck
home,
you.
brother.
Fuck you.
Fuck you too.
Antonovich.
Welcome home, brother. And you'll gain that money back, right? Like the stocks is a temporary thing. It's gonna get back up there. You got to ride it out, right?
Yeah.
Well, may as well ride it out whenever it hits that low.
Buy right now. Buy more right now, right? It's gonna go back up. There's no way that this is the end.
Would
of
have been a
stocks,
smart
right?
time to buy before the government injected it, but hey, I'm not a stock market guy. I just know some Bitcoin people that were really happy for a little bit, and now they're sad again.
But yeah, thank you for that sweet.
You know
boy.
what though? Like
Dono.
it will go back up, so now's the time to buy once you think it's hit the bottom. Like at the bottom is the best time to buy. There's
Scared
no
money.
way it's not going to go back up.
Scared money's gonna lose a lot right now, but
Right, and then it'll-
non-scared money's gonna get fucking ratchet.
Now would be a fun time to test the theory out with a few bucks, but I wouldn't spend your Corona preparedness kit money on pharmaceutical
not?
stocks.
Why
no.
not?
Spend it on Tia Tequila. Look at her. She won't show you anything, but she'll
Buy her
act
some
like
chucks.
a lady that you might see.
The trash man came. Oh, I gotta tell you this funny story. Like, so this like plumber came yesterday, this Irish guy, and he was kind of cute. You know, he was like probably
How many dudes is she banging right now? Like, she's talking about the cop that like patrols her neighborhood too. There's a lot
26,
going on.
and I didn't have I took off. I didn't have any pants on because, you know, it was getting hot, bro. And I was like, bro, I got to take off my pants for a second because they told me they're coming today. So I thought, okay, he's not coming today. So I took off my pants, and then next thing you know, somebody knocked on the door. I was like, I opened it. I was like, oh, hi. And he's like, hi, I'm here to, I said, I thought y'all were coming tomorrow. And they're like, no, I'm just going to go ahead and get checked today. And I was like, okay, 1 second, please. Let me put on my pants. Jesus, always trolling me, bro. And then
Fucking
I went to
Jesus.
put on my pants.
Jesus is the biggest troll, you know? You know, he goes out here, he dates Tila Tequila, then he sends all these dudes over to her house when she's not wearing pants. Why did Jesus do that?
What's her name? Katie Forbes from Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
Her and the other girl, Rob Van Dam's girlfriends, they've been doing this thing on Twitter where they've been uploading these videos where they order Uber Eats, and when the guy shows up, they're all like in lingerie and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy to see how these guys react.
That's funny.
Yeah, like a lot of them get embarrassed and run away.
I do. When I was
You know
working,
what? That has every marking of trap written on. Just like, hey, I'm Uber Eats guy. All these women are really into me that want this one Subway sandwich. I'd be like, maybe this is a murder
weird.
thing. I'm out of here.
I would think it's like some kind of weird setup.
when I was doing battle cam, I ordered a pizza on the webcam, and the guy showed up, and I was like basically naked. I just had a towel over my junk, and he was like freaking out. And then I like had tip money hanging out under one of my man tits.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "You want the tip?" And I shook my man tit over towards him. He was like, "No, no, no," and he left pissed. And then he called me back on the phone, like berating me over the phone. And then my door got kicked open by a fucking SWAT. Like as he was berating me on the phone, I thought he called the cops on me. Turns out I just got swatted independently. But yeah, I think he would have reacted a little better to like a hot
I just
chick
sent you a
doing it.
Discord message.
A little Discord?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. We got a little bit of time left. As soon as this stream ends in about 5 minutes, we're going to go over to Twitch for a little bit. Hang out there. twitch.tv/Drunken Peasants.
Yeah, baby. Was I still naked when the cops came? Yeah, I was wearing nothing but a towel, and I got swatted by the cops in my little towel. They came in, guns a-blazing, ready to take down young Bill Fridge.
Tragic.
And then I got away from the cops by showing them my ass. Because they were like, we're here for a guy who has matches your description. He has a trafficking felony warrant. And I'm like,
there was another like
I know
500-pound guy.
And I was like, what's the description? Name the description. They like read it off. And they said, oh, and then a back tattoo. And I was like, there you go, dude. And I went and I bent over. And I had to because I was already naked. So my bare ass was hanging out. I shook my ass in front of the cops. And there was no tattoo. So they had to let me go. They're like, no tattoo, you not that dude. And I got to go. The towel fell off. They saw it all.
I'd imagine the police are used to that by now.
Maybe.
Uber Eats guy, not so much. He's like, I just signed up to deliver food.
Rob Van Dam's girlfriend's got Impact Wrestling, which used to be TNA Wrestling, banned
from Twitch.
Yeah, banned from Twitch because they already lost all their at real TV deals, and so they were streaming on Twitch, and they did this crazy thing where they got naked on Twitch.
You say that they got them banned, but they put they released Twitch, or the wrestling company released it on Twitch. It was their own dumb ass. Here's some dinero I found under Billy's fat. Thank you, Lenny the Shark.
Yeah, we're going to hang out here for like 5 more minutes before we go over to Twitch. So you can, if you want to send in any more super chats or Streamlabs, you can do that now. Did we miss any that haven't been read?
I think Antonovich was the last.
Thank you so much, Antonovich.
Yeah. And Lenny the Shark. And then we're all caught up.
Ooh, we're getting followers on Twitch now. I see that in the Streamlabs. Cool.
Follow. I wonder if Vince McMahon will break down and cancel WrestleMania.
There's never not been a WrestleMania for my entire life. What was the first WrestleMania? 83?
I think it was 85.
85.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I was born in 83.
So that wasn't my entire life, but
I was
pretty
born
close.
in 83, and there was a WrestleMania, one WrestleMania for like every year that I've been alive, right? I know how many WrestleManias there are. Because
85, yeah. WrestleMania 1 was in 85.
Yeah, whatever year I am old, that's the year that WrestleMania is.
Wow.
That's how I remember. There'll be 36 this year.
WrestleMania
right?
52.
I'll be fine.
To interrupt you guys, I'm very
Let's look
excited
at Billy's
for Doom
IMDb
Eternal. I would
page.
kill everybody in this room to play it right now. I'm being influenced by video games.
What game is it?
Doom Eternal! It's
Oh,
Doom!
yeah.
Come on!
I thought you were saying Animal Crossing. So.
Oh, that's pretty good too. I want to start a little farm. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And hang out with all my little animal friends and then like boot up Doom Eternal and just rip someone's head off and then go back to my little island adventure.
I want to
Maybe plant
justify ripping someone's head off.
Rip and tear, Billy.
It's just one of those days.
I don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked.
That show's so
Everybody
bad.
sucks.
I
I'm
do
looking at-
kind of find it fun that Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing are releasing on the same day, and the fan bases for both of those games are getting along so well. And meanwhile, you got this guy who's really angry at a Sony port of a game coming to PC, and he smashed his desk and computer and everything. Like, you see his computer on the ground, his desk is flipped over, he's like audibly like, and it's from Horizon Zero Dawn coming to the PC. He's freaking out about that. Meanwhile, Nintendo fans and Doom fans are like, yeah, March 20th, yay! Just crazy, man. Brand loyalty's funny, isn't it?
Now that you can talk about coronavirus and not get demonetized, I just want to shout out Markiplier, who dropped a coronavirus video.
Did he?
Oh yeah, that's how you know that it's totally fine to talk about coronavirus.
There you go.
Because Markiplier, he says, let's talk about coronavirus. He's going to tell all his fans to wash their hands and make a couple a couple grand off of telling his fans to wash their hands.
I always thought
thank you, Markiplier.
Markiplier sounds like some kind of power tool or something. Like, let me get my Markiplier.
My Markiplier?
Yeah.
It's the tool you use to apply marks.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Susan Wojcicki announces you can monetize coronavirus immediately after.
Thank you, Fjord Wojcicki.
Immediately after Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie. Everybody's talking about coronavirus. Everything's coming up coronavirus.
Like, how can you not talk about it, though? That's the funny thing. It's like, oh, well, you know, this thing's killing everybody. Well, not killing everybody, but this thing could kill, like, you know, a couple million people. Maybe, like, your grandparents are really vulnerable to it, people you care about. Don't talk about it. Come on.
Talk about it.
Yeah, my grandma needs to stay home. Like, my grandma could not get this.
Yeah, like, at least most people.
My
if
grandma's
not
like
your grandma, an elderly
98, man.
person or-
She cannot get this shit at
yeah,
all.
nah. And even, like I said, even if you're relatively, like, let's say you get it serious, but you got a lot of money. Let's say I'm loaded. I got the best insurance in the world, baby. If they hook me up to a breathing apparatus for 30 days, there's a real good chance you're going to be brain dead. And they say a lot of the stuff that they give you to help fight the virus right now, it's the extreme stuff that, like, you know, back up against the wall, last chance stuff. It can make you blind and deaf. So you could end up blind, deaf, and with brain damage. And that's with the good stuff, with the money to pay for, like, the real good meds and all that. So, yeah, I can see why some old folks in the government and on TV are starting to get a little scared.
There's more people who had coronavirus and have survived from it than that have it right now reported. So people are surviving and coming out just fine. That they are closing cases with people that are very healthy. More people have closed than have been found with it. So, like, it's not a death sentence for everybody.
I think we're about to end this stream, and, you know, we'll be off the air for a few minutes, and then we'll start over on the other.
Let's do it.
All right.
Kaceytron, Hellbent, you guys want to quickly sound off with where everybody can find you if they haven't already found you?
Oh, you can find me at twitch.tv/Kaceytron. I'm a Twitch streamer. I have a YouTube, but you know, the whole YouTube is confusing to me. And then, like, you know, like you guys were talking about with the ad shit, it's like, you know, I don't know how you guys make money. Like, please donate to them.
Thank you. We appreciate
if
the
anybody
endorsement.
making entertainment that you like, it keeps your life going forward, and they don't have to do things like, well, censor themselves as much, really. You know, you can say what you want to say instead of having to worry, like, well, I would talk about this issue, but let's not. That sucks. Drop a tip. It helps out.
Yeah.
And Hellbent.
But
as far as me, you can find me at just Google Hellbent. I do voiceovers for Planet Dolan, Sam T. I'm mostly a voice actor, but if you want to see me stream video games, I do that on YouTube. So you got Twitch up here, YouTube down here.
I didn't know you did work for Sam T. I remember back in the day when he was doing Ebola World and all that.
Yeah.
So, he was
real quick.
I don't know if he still lives there, but he used to live like in Albuquerque, and I was living there around the same time, and I was like a huge fan of his. I was trying to hang out because he was. I love his stuff, like messed up Bible stories and all that.
Messed up Bible stories, Taco Man. Like, he's had a lot of fortune recently doing Dead by Daylight parodies. So I play Frank, who kind of sounds like this, and he's one of the killers in Dead by Daylight. And we gave him a real wiener voice, and I didn't think this was going to fly, but it's actually picked up quite a bit. And I do that for him. Recently blew my cords out doing that for him recently. So I like to work in voice acting. But if you like to watch some dumb fuck like me play Binding of Isaac or Doom or something like that, I also have a very scummy YouTube channel that you can throw super chats at.
Also the voice. You just have to follow for the voice.
That's why I follow Kaceytron.
Oh yeah, for the voice.
Yeah.
I'm an excellent singer.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we got great green screens, so you know we're professional.
True.
And make sure to follow Kaceytron's Twitter because you've been dropping those hot takes lately.
Oh, yeah. I've been trying to get Twitter followers, as I suggest we all do. You know, Twitter is big. I've been mostly just trying to tweet vulgar things because it's what gets likes. So you'll mostly find me tweeting about dicks and stuff like that.
Like a multitude of dicks.
We saw an IRL stream that you were doing where you were talking about them too.
Yeah, that's mostly what I talk about. You know, I just try to, keep to the hot topics and, what's trending.
We pretty much follow your lead and talk about the same shit here.
Yeah.
Dicks, and more dicks.
All right.
Dick.
We'll be live on Twitch TV, Drunken Peasants.
All right.
Twitch.tv, Drunken Peasants, /Drunken Peasants. Go there. Now.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.